not scared. I'm trying to pretend there'll be a time I comprehend how I find my way back in your arms again. When everything you do gets overwhelming, with nowhere to escape the life you planned. If I can't take it from your hands, I'll be your shield from their demands. And I will never let you leave my arms again. Everyone's been broken by the feeling. You opened up your heart to let me in. If the words we use can't hurt, we'll never use them when we're certain we'll find a way to fall in love again. And we'll find a way to fall in love again. I could tell by the way you moved around that an emptiness inside you could get out. When I gave you control, the only answer you allowed is the promise that the ending is in doubt. Something is breaking you down, and I've known it from the start. Move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you're facing me now, break my heart. When you try to find a reason for the way you're feeling now, I see all the things you bring. I'll be someone you can let down. Now you're detached and I know you wear your sadness like a crown. You're vacant where your armor should be found. In the moment that you can't admit, you cast a shade and mute the sound. A truth that you're protecting is in doubt. Something is breaking you down, and I've known it from the start. Move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you're facing me now, if you only break my heart. Start, move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you surface, send me now. If you only break my heart. There'll be a time I comprehend how I find my way back in your arms again. When everything you do gets overwhelming, with nowhere to escape the life you planned. If I can't take it from your hands, I'll be your shield from their demands, and I will never let you leave my arms again. Everyone's been broken by the feeling. You opened up your heart to let me in. If the words we use can't hurt, we'll never use them when we're certain we'll find a way to fall in love again. And we'll find a way to fall in love again. I could tell by the way you moved around that an emptiness inside you could get out. When I gave you control, the only answer you allowed is the promise that the ending is in doubt. Something is breaking you down, and I've known it from the start. Move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you're facing me now, break my heart. When you try to find a reason for the way you're feeling now, I see all the things you bring. I'll be someone you can let down. Now you're detached and I know you wear your sadness like a crown. You're vacant where your armor should be found. In the moment that you can't admit, you cast a shade and mute the sound. A truth that you're protecting is in doubt. Something is breaking you down, and I've known it from the start. Move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you're facing me now, if you only break my heart. Start, move the pieces around, and I'll watch you fall apart. When you're facing me now, if you only break my heart.
Bro, like, he picked the talent. Wait for it. Yeah! That's it. Oh, no! Come on.
With this scroll, I summon Bernard! Bernard!
Hey,
Yo!
still playing? Watch it.
The Summer's War champion. There he is.
Of SWC 29.
전 세계 소환사님들 반갑습니다. 2020년 서머너즈워 언택트 유저 간담회.
Back to Summoners War The Shift. My name is Come To Us Evan.
And I'm Come To Us Seppi.
And we're here today to be your English hosts through this massive update dev stream.
And not only are we here right now, but we have casters all over the world, 14 of us, over lots of languages. So we don't know where you guys are watching from, but please tell us in chat right now. We'll be looking for you. Sending lots of love to all these
What's
countries.
going on, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many languages. A weird amount, actually. We're to obviously English. Korean's the main feed that you'll be seeing. We'll be translating because we're fluent.
Yes,
yeah.
we have Taiwan, we have Japanese, we
Yeah.
have also French. Big kiss, bonjour.
Bonjour, or
Bonsoir.
I don't know, bonsoir.
No, it's
Is it-
bonjour.
is it bonjour or is it day
It
and night?
is a day in Europe.
What's going on, chat? We saw, we're looking at Twitch chat, by the way. We're live on both YouTube and Twitch, but we got Twitch chat open right now. I saw CTS 2006 in here way earlier. J-Mac, what's going on? We just want you guys to know that we're kind of trying something a little bit new this time. This isn't the first time that we've had a massive update dev stream and presentation, but it is definitely the first time that we've done it all online and contactless.
Yeah, and with a lot of people. Right now, as you guys can see, we have over 60 influencers, summoners from all over the world joining us together to enjoy this new content, like Evan said. And also, I wanted to send a big kiss to Brazil and to our Spanish community. Hola, mi gente.
Brasil.
Nice.
Amo.
Big kiss, guys. It's gonna be a beautiful night, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what's coming on. So I wanted to see from you guys, what do you think is coming with this new update? I was very
a great
curious.
question.
Do you know what's coming, Evan?
Dude, I know it's amazing.
Are you excited? Yeah, very excited.
I'm very stoked.
I love this video that showed a little bit of our history. These 6 years and the games just keep expanding.
Hey, there's everybody right there. Oh, it's us. Look at
Yes.
that. We're on the screen. That's amazing.
Yes. We see Shays over there. We see Pat, Why Cause I'm a G, Monagua, Mr. Sloth.
Slotchy.
Look at that.
Why? Because I'm a G.
Yes.
Ah.
Byungja also.
Byungja. Good
One
to
of
see
my
you
favorite
guys.
streamers.
Wow, look at that. That's awesome.
And like we were saying before, 14 casters in all regions, multiple languages, and we're really glad to have you guys with us. We're going to be speaking English mainly today, but we would have some commentary in Portuguese and Spanish too. So if you guys have any doubts in chat, make sure to ask us questions.
Yes, so we've got Twitch chat open again. So if you have questions, you can ask us as we go along. And when we get that developer presentation portion of the stream going on, we'll be making sure to translate what's being said so that you guys know everything to expect in this upcoming update.
Exactly. And also, guys, looking over at all these influencers that we're seeing, do you have a favorite streamer, a favorite
my
content
goodness.
creator? I want to see in chat. Send your love to the streamer, to the YouTuber that you like the most. I'm kind of, for me, it's suspiciously difficult because there's so many, not only
Look
friends
at Mards up there. Mards is
Oh
up there
my
too.
God,
Like
we love
Dude,
Mards.
we love Mards.
Look at that. Island Grown, Jew Bagel,
Yeah.
Foxy, Sean B,
Sean B,
baby.
nice. Good.
We love all of
Represent.
you guys.
Represent. Where's Bagel? Man, I want to say hi to Bagel.
Monagua.
Somebody send my love to Bagel
Whitey.
Island, everybody, guys. You guys can all have it. I saw Why Cause I'm a G in chat earlier too. He's everywhere.
He's ever
Bear!
J-Mac too. We saw him in both places.
It's amazing. It's amazing that you all could join us no matter what time. I know it's kind of a difficult time for people too. And just in case you want to watch it again or get your questions answered later, this whole broadcast is going to be on our YouTube afterwards.
Let's say hi to everyone here.
What's going on? Yeah, they're showing us again. So we'll go ahead
And now we can see all the chat, guys. Everyone, send your love to the people you love. Put some hearts in chat for the streamers, the
And
content
Monagua,
creators you
I
love.
see so much love for Monagua and you in the chat right now. We just did a stream with Monagua actually.
Yeah.
He
Where's
brought
the monkey?
He brought the
I wanna see.
monkey.
I want to see the monkey.
Look at the
Emotes.
monkey.
Yeah.
Look at the
right
monkey.
there, baby. Let's go.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Send a kiss to Alambrado.
Beijão, alambrado.
Yeah, that's it. Beijão pro Alambrado. Let's do this. Are you guys curious to see what's going on today? Because I am extremely...
Wait, did they guess? Did you guys put your guesses in chat? I mean, you won't have to wait long to get an answer. But what do you think is going on in the update? Just put it in chat. We'll read it and we'll just have a poker face on. We won't actually confirm anything.
Oh, we're great. We're great.
Yeah, we're pretty good at this. Seeing 2A Howell, 3A Miho. Nice. I think Miho's good at 2. 3A.
Wow, who said that? Give that man a prize.
How many A's can we give to Miho? Let's just bring a bunch of the A's out.
Now you can't kill it if you crit, and you can't kill it if you don't crit.
And also, I see some people asking about codes in the chat. We won't let you leave empty-handed today. We're gonna have a couple rewards along the way, just for hanging out with us and listening to us tell you about the update.
And they're pretty good. We don't only have those rewards, we'll have a couple games before we release all the information.
Yeah.
That'll be really fun for you guys to get those rewards and just go a little bit down the line on the history of this beautiful game. Evan, going back to that first thing that we're gonna have today, we're gonna have our first special guest.
Yeah, so later on, we're going to be bringing a guest up here who's actually he plays a big role in the future of Summoner's War. Everything that you know that has been changed about Summoner's War, he controls that. He's the man with the plan.
This is the first time we get the opportunity to kind of like speak.
That's the thing too, because we got people there live with them. That's not something that we've always had access to. So now we might be able to ask some questions along the way. Guys, please, we're introducing right now Juwon Lee. This is the head of development for Summoner's War.
Yeah. Really exciting, guys. So this is one of the masterminds behind whatever comes into the game every time. And
now's the time where we start revealing that we are fluent in Korean. And we can kind of give you a little look at what he's saying. Right now he's introducing himself. Again, he's Juwon Lee, Director of Development for Summoner's War.
Yeah, and what is development? It's deciding the path that the game takes. So remember that in the beginning of Summoner's War, everything was PvE, right? The game was expanding still. We went to then RTA, so all of this is designed.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I really like him.
You really like him.
I really like him.
Yeah, I really like him too. It's because of him that over these 5-6 years, the game has been expanding so much and having different areas from PvE that you play against the computer, against an AI, then to transitional areas like the Guild Wars, where it's a little bit PvE, a little bit PvP, and then finally to the RTA. and it's incredible.
Exactly, and he's also outlining a couple things that he's talking about what they take into account when they make changes for Summoners War. And one thing that he touched on is the intrinsic value of fun. So they really look at the game and see what is the most fun part about Summoners War, what is not making Summoners War more fun, and they obviously go for what's making Summoners War fun and build upon it.
Yeah. And now he's talking about the new update, and
he's saying that everybody's curious about it. And he's giving his thanks for the 6 years of service that Summoners War has already had. As you guys probably know, I mean, if you just take a cursory glance at our YouTube channel, everything is top 6.
Yeah, but I want to kind of know from chat, how long have you been playing for? Because I haven't been playing for 6 years. No. I've been playing for almost 3.
Yeah,
right
same.
under 3. You've been playing for 3.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to hear from you in chat. What part of this history are you from?
I think I just hit 3.5 recently, actually. 5 years. I'm seeing a lot of 5. A lot of 5.
Nice.
A lot of 5. People hearing from, getting recommendations from friend further down the line.
And he's saying that even though he will not share the specifics, we'll have another guest later on.
And that's Kim Tae-young.
Kim Tae-young.
So Kim Tae-young will be coming on a little bit later in the show, and he's the developer. He's the developer of Summoners War, and he's going to come on
the head developer.
Like this. This is the guy. He's going to come on and give a presentation of the new update. So that's going to be coming in a little bit.
And basically he's talking about an overview of what the objective and their thought behind bringing this new type of content was. And he's, like Evan was saying, fun was the #1 factor. They were analyzing that in our game, when you prepare for new updates, you should bring that fun element back and even make it bigger. It should be the main focus of it. And not only a normal type of fun, but strategical fun.
Yeah, that's the part that he's been emphasizing here for the last few seconds. He's been saying the strategical side of Summoners War is the side that they want to focus on. How do you utilize your monsters? Who do you bring on a run with you? This is the sort of thing that they're tackling in the massive update. Like they want to bring that strategy in on a huge scale.
The excitement,
yeah, exactly.
talking to your friends about teams that you will make to defeat certain
post
things.
Nerf Twins when we came back to theory crafting.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were like, okay, so let's figure out our teams again and compete a little bit.
And he's also talking about the expansion of Summoners War. Summoners War is not confined to mobile games anymore. As we see, Summoners War now has expanded to comics.
Yeah, so
we've had our film, our short film. So many things are coming from this huge IP, and we thank you guys for the support and to bring these new creations. Who checked the Summoners War Legacy already?
So that's exactly what he's saying. Summoners War is expanding out. It can't be contained in just one game anymore. So what they're thinking about doing, they're making comics, they're making books. We're talking about IP expanded games. Like this is a much bigger universe now. And they're going to be probably showing a little bit of that as we go along.
Yeah, part of that is the video that we saw right before the stream that actually got me super excited. You guys watched it for the first time, and I did too.
Yeah, they gave me chills, to be honest.
I got extremely
when it showed
excited.
the island over the city, like that was it.
It's like it's always over us. It's always in your mind.
Yeah, it's always there. I mean, it was striking to me how similar his day was to mine. Just waking up
first thing. I gotta start this.
Yeah, his phone was pretty cool though. That was a new gen flip phone. I kind of dig that. Again, he's talking about the 6 years, thanking everybody for their continued support. Talking about the going on. Summoners were moving from just the realm of games to different mediums. And they're also looking at feedback from the community for the update. That's what he's going on to right now.
Yeah, and especially in the moment where we are in the world right now, it's an incredible way to connect with people because it's online.
Right.
So we can't get out, but we have this way to connect with everyone. That's what we're doing right now. That's why this stream is so important. We're all together. We have 60 content creators with us. You guys are with us.
People casting in different languages. Like, seriously, thank you all so much for being here. We're going to be saying that a lot throughout the course of the broadcast, but this literally wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you. So thank you very much. People, and right now they're talking about how they want to play a role in the development of Summoners War as well, how they want to keep supporting the game. Byunja's always been with the game. He was part of the last one of these developer updates.
Yeah, now they're talking about the last monsters, the String Master and the Art Master.
Right.
And the thing is, I think what we'll see today with having the opportunity of the developers.
What I do is help craft the larger universe around Summoners War, the larger universe around Summoners War.
Summon Bernard!
And we're back, guys. So what we just saw right now was a little video about the IP expansion of Summoner's War. And you can see that there's a lot of different games, comics, there's a novel all coming out. And from what we can tell, they're all prequels as well. They all happen before this main game of Summoner's War that we've known for 6 years.
What I love is being able to see that timeline. It's a huge story.
Right.
It's hundreds of years, Evan.
Yeah.
We hear in the beginning of the game something about wars and what's going on. And
Solving it at the Sky Arena. We get like we get context, we get like just a little bit of context to play the game, but this is going to fill in all the gaps.
And Durand is so helpful in the beginning. It's just like, yeah, just go there and
Yeah,
do
we're
your thing.
friends. Just go.
Just
you
help
got it.
me.
Yeah,
You got to do it.
Yeah, but we don't know much about Durand, and that's actually one of the reasons why Summoner's War Legacy is kind of about Durand's adventure.
It's giving you that background story to the beginning of Summoner's War. How did he become that? How he became the person that, and what Elhyle did too, because we saw Elhyle as a character in the film, but we don't know how him and Durand had that fallout. Right?
Yeah, and Elhyle's a big character. Let me ask you this: do you guys in chat know what the Kagor Magic Stone is?
Good one.
Let me ask you
No,
that.
do you know who Elhyle is?
Do you know what
How
Elhyle
how does he look?
Yeah. Do you know the relationship, if any, between Elhyle and Durand? Do you know what that's about? How do they know each other? So that's what this aims to fill in.
And talking about the comics, we have to remember that we have the pre-orders now to a very special edition.
Yeah,
right, Evan?
it's the limited edition Gold Foil Con exclusive edition, and that one is available for pre-order before August 31st. If you happen to get in there after August 31st, they're gone.
They'll be gone.
That's it.
And it has two options. I don't know if you guys checked it out yet, but it has the villains and the heroes
I'm heroes.
cover.
I'm good
I
cover.
definitely like the villains one.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm getting.
Bad guys.
Bad
Can we get the
guy,
bad
baby.
guys on
Bad
screen,
guys,
the
baby.
bad guys thing.
And after this, we're going to have something, a little bit of a game too, just an excuse to give you guys some prizes. We're going to have a quiz, a monster quiz, to guess a monster. You guys are
Yeah.
used to playing that with us in our streams, so you should be pretty good at it.
Guess that monster. So this is an excuse for us to give you guys some prizes.
And just to the Brazilian crowd, I'm gonna give just a small translation, because I saw some people asking about in chat. A gente vai ter uma brincadeira agora para adivinhar um monstro. E logo antes disso, estávamos falando sobre a expansão do Summoner's War para diversas outras coisas, filmes. Vamos ter também um livro saindo aí. Temos o HQ. Então, galera, fiquem de olho.
Nice.
And Evan, about the rewards for this game that we're gonna play, what are they gonna be?
Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to guess one of each elemental. We're going to guess an elemental monster for each one, and they're going to give us some very, very nebulous, vague clues of which monster it is. And if you guys help us guess what it is, then we're going to give out a suite of elemental scrolls.
We're gonna have some images. So we're gonna have elemental scrolls. We'll have one of each. So if
Right.
you guys get it right, it's gonna be incredible. And for the Spanish crowd, I saw some questions too. Estamos hablando sobre la actualización y la expansión del Summoner's War como no solo un juego, pero fuera del juego tendremos un libro, tendremos también un cómic y otras diversas cosas, otros juegos como vieron el Chronicles y el Los Centuria. Y además de eso vamos a jugar ahora a adivinar el monstruo.
So, I'm looking at the first hint that y'all are going to see in a second. And that could be anything.
Hey, I have a guess. I already have a guess, chat. Who is this?
Artemiel's too obvious. Whoever said Artemiel. Somebody just said Artemiel in chat. That's
not
going to be
Artemiel.
Artemiel. And you know why?
has wings,
And
though.
you know how
This
I know it's not
looks like a
Artemiel?
wing.
Because it looks way too much like Artemiel.
Yeah.
Like they're
Is this a
doing this
pony?
because people are saying it's Artemiel.
Is this Amelia?
That's
is this
what I was
Amelia?
thinking. I was thinking
Is this a pony?
it seems like a pony. Or they might do something like, oh, it's Ariel or something.
No, it's not Ariel.
Because this is water, I think, right? Is this
Yeah,
first
it's
one
water.
I
It's
think
water.
this first one's
Amelia.
water.
That's why I'm going with Amelia.
Because
Guys,
it can't be
let's see.
Artemiel. It can't.
Chat agrees with me. I don't care if we get it wrong. The chat is behind me. We got this. Some people are saying Miho. No, that's not Miho.
Rena. Does Rena have wings on the staff? Is that what they're talking about? I think it might be a decoration that they're talking about.
Interesting.
Whoever said that, oh, that's it. That's...
Oh my God,
Dude, I'd like to shake your hand.
I should work for this company.
I
You know,
I got
wait.
good news for you. I got good news for you. You do. You do.
Yeah, baby.
That's Amelia. Chat. Good job.
Wait, it only
And
has
also
3 legs.
Seppi, oh no. Is that a clue?
It only has 3 legs, guys. I'm worried about this Amelia.
Something happened to Amelia.
Maybe she
dude.
had some problems.
She got cleaved, man. This is post being cloven, dude.
Lucian Scar just.
Amputation magic, dude. It hurts.
You got it.
It hurts, man.
They saying they're still not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm kind of surprised. Oh,
Oh, wow.
Woo!
What a surprise.
Guys, I wish this was. I'm getting you guys the scrolls. You should
Yeah,
thank
we're gonna
me.
do this.
I'm
We're gonna
getting
do
you
this.
the scrolls.
Dude, this man drinks coffee with nothing in it. He doesn't have
Yes.
sugar or milk
That's
in it.
me.
Nice, I like that. Covering up the cup because it's got copyright on it. That'd be embarrassing.
And now the people already got it in chat. So probably we already won the water
So
scroll.
that's a water scroll for
Boom,
everybody.
for
Congratulations,
everyone.
guys. Thank you so much. And we got 2 more to go. Again, this is just an excuse for you guys to get a little, for us to talk to you, to give you some free stuff, and just to wait to make sure everybody gets here because the big event is coming in a little bit.
Exactly. So invite your friends. We want more
This
people.
is like legit. This is time to invite your friends because we're trying to wait for a lot of people to get here.
This is definitely my happiest moment in Summoner's War. There's nothing close to this. So you guys invite everyone. Let me ask in chat, who has an Amelia, say I, and who doesn't have an Amelia, say nay.
Nay.
Because you'll get one with this water scroll.
Nay. Is that what you were going for?
Aye.
That was
Yeah.
a good setup. I like that bit.
Aye.
Everybody always thinks it's I as in the letter. It's
No, guys,
actually
I like a pirate. Aye.
Is that not okay? So guys, here comes
Second one.
Here comes the fire one. This is fire. That looks like either a 2-way werewolf or Perna. I'm thinking.
Two-way werewolf. I think you got
think
it on
it's
the
two-
first
I think
one.
it's
You're
two-way
really
werewolf.
good. That
Thank
was
you.
really good.
Yeah,
I was gonna
guys,
say Raok,
two-way.
but I think that the werewolf. This is werewolfy.
Yeah, it's
I can
werewolfy.
hear a
Yeah.
in the back.
Okay, so we're seeing a lot of Pernas. We're seeing some Raok in chat right now. I think it's 2-way
Garrosh.
werewolf.
It's
Yeah.
Garrosh, baby.
Dude, that's it.
Right, guys? What do you think? Let's go. A lot of people saying Perna. I trust in you. I trust you. I trust you. Maybe we'll get that. And to our friends in other countries,
Hey!
I wanted to hear what?
Sorry, I saw the second hint ahead of time.
What is the second hint?
I got it.
Oh my god, dude, we're killing this.
Sorry. Okay, so
Oh
there's
my
your second
God.
hint. Wow.
Oh my god, Evan, that was really
I'm
good.
excited.
You just locked in a second scroll.
I'm really excited about that. Okay, so yeah, congratulations. That's the second scroll. I feel weirdly
got it in
proud
chat.
that I got that on the first hint.
Yeah.
And also, I saw some people in chat. Thank you.
People from chat, I'm kind of curious to see the split or where you're watching this from. Just say your country, please.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. Just
We're
say
from
your
the
country.
U.S.
So
Oh,
say
yeah.
U.S. in chat. Say France, Brazil, Cuba. I know we have 30 players there. So Portugal, Spain, nice.
See a lot of USA. See a lot of Brazil.
Mexico,
Argentina.
big kiss to Chile. We love you guys. Let me see.
Thank
South
you.
Africa. What?
Yo,
That's amazing.
you guys are
Canada.
amazing. Like, I'm seeing some places where this stream is at a difficult time. So thank you
Yeah.
for being here.
Jamaica.
Yo,
Woo,
that's awesome.
Uruguay. Oh my God. Peru, Vietnam. Sweet. That's amazing. Right with Sean B.
I heard a rumor that
Argentina.
that there was a single Summoners War player in Antarctica for a while. I heard about that. Like, I saw a post somewhere about it. But that was cool.
Beautiful.
That was cool.
Guys, let's show some love to everyone from all the countries over the world. You guys have friends from other places. I've met a lot of friends from different places.
Oh, dude, me too. That's Summoners War has been very, very key to that. Like getting to travel in SWC. I met a lot of the people that are on the screen right now. So that's pretty cool.
Dude, you have a friend in Sweden.
I know. I've got friends in Sweden, dude.
You have
I
friends in Sweden.
met Taki Obabo. I met all them. Like, oh man.
Friends in Spain.
Taki Obabo made me
Shout out.
made me build Lauren. I was sitting next to an elderly gentleman, and my flight was delayed for hours, and I was watching Obabo and Taki stream, and I was like, wow, Lauren's pretty good. Massive understatement. Oh, here we go, guys. So we're transitioning into the last of the monster
It's the
quizzes.
win one.
It's the win one. Okay,
Get ready for this. I think I know this one.
Yeah.
Do you know it already?
Um.
I think this is pretty indicative of my skills.
Yes. Tell me.
Guys, let me see if people in chat. We got both right on the first one. Let's let the chat.
Okay,
Let
right,
the chat.
right,
Don't
right,
say
okay.
it.
Chat,
Let the
chat.
chat. We
Go.
helped you already. Now you have to say it. Now you have to say it. People are saying Tiana and Chasoon.
Tiana,
Tiana and Chasoon are the
Yep.
are the biggest ones. We guessed two. You guys guessed this one. Did you like that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. He says I need a lot of hints for that one. The Amelia one confused the second hint. I
Yeah.
can't think of any other monster that
No,
has
that's not even a hint. That's
pony
just
legs,
giving
dude.
out the answer right away.
Yeah.
And when they said,
They
"Oh, no
might as
idea
well
what's,"
typed out the answer.
yeah.
I see nobody here is like stumped. Everybody's got an answer.
Yeah.
Everybody
People,
knows.
people here are really playing the game. I want to ask, what are you farming right now? I'm kind of curious. What are you guys farming?
I'm farming
What are you focused on?
DB10 and yeah, just DB10 right now.
DB10?
Focusing DB10.
I'm going back to R5, baby.
Oh, NB10 too.
And
Focusing
DB10.
both.
Oh, you got your new team.
Yes, I got the new DB10
Yeah.
team, and I revisited my NB10 team. So.
Oh my God! With that, now you guys have to know it. It's not Tiana, right? Or is it Tiana? Is it not, or is it Tiana? What are you?
Think about
what
it,
do you
guys.
guys think?
Think about it.
Is it a transmog? It's not a transmog.
Yeah.
Oh, people say
Yeah,
that.
there
no.
it is.
Some people
There
say
it
that,
is.
no, but no. But
Wow,
no.
dude, like it's
It got you.
it's pretty funny.
It got you guys. Ah,
Bernard. My favorite
Bernard
answer.
would look great with a hat. Okay.
That's my answer.
I
dude.
know your opinion.
It's Bernard. That's my answer.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with the chat. I'm gonna stay with the Tiana with the transmog. That's my guess.
Ooh, okay.
Tiana with the transmog. Which one are you going for?
I'm going for Bernard.
You're going for
I'm
Bernard?
going for the reveal of the new transmog for Bernard. That'd be dope.
Right now they're looking at it and they're saying it's definitely a female character. So sorry for your
Somebody said
Bernard.
Night
Sorry.
Mav, which is a good.
Maybe a
good
dancer, they're saying, since she's in a dancing position. You know?
It's totally Miho, but it's a wind monster.
I don't think it's a dancer.
Naomi.
I think they missed the category. It's a queen. It's a queen. And we can see, wow, we have a lot of streamers over there. It's a queen. Oh, they got it. now.
I was like, wow, they just outright show you.
The monster with the ugliest hair without a transmog.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
the
give her a
point.
transmog, she
Yeah.
gets a beautiful hairdo.
They have
Looks incredible.
dude, that was one of my first transmogs. I was like, I can't look at that hair. Like it looks like whipped cream. I can't do that.
It's like a scone.
Yeah, it's like a scone exactly.
Tiana, baby.
Yeah,
You
good
guys
job.
got it.
Chat got it. Dude, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are incredible. And with that, 3 scrolls, Evan.
3 elemental scrolls.
Am I finally
Amazing
gonna
job.
get my Vanessa from this fire scroll or my Bastet from the blueberry
That'd be
one?
cool. I'd like a Vanessa.
Yeah. Would you like a third Bastet?
Do I want a third Bastet? I
Yeah,
don't
you
want a
fed
third.
the second
I don't
one.
want a third Bastet. I would actually settle for any Heart Magician so I can skill up my Harmonia. But,
Wow.
like, that's.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You did not say a nat 5.
I know.
You wanted skill ups.
I know.
I'm so proud.
I
of you.
did.
Look
I
at
did.
this guy.
I'm cool
He's
with
learning.
Vanessa. I mean, if they give me Vanessa, I'm fine with that. But, like,
He's learning. Incredible.
easy scrolls, they say. Good. I'm glad. Nick Allen says it's still home.
People are saying, I have a Tiana, I want a Hathor. Nice. What's your most wanted win monster? A lot of people will want Lucian probably if they're in the game.
I think mine was Feng, and for a long time I said I wanted Feng in,
want
but
Feng
I needed.
now.
I know me too.
I never wanted
I
it,
needed
but I want it
and I
now.
got Etna, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go back to Feng.
Oh my god, Ganny. People want Ganny.
Give me the top.
You guys know my first
Spins.
nat 5?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Evan's first, they're the same element.
Yeah, they are the same. My first was. Oh, somebody said Jameer. Amazing. Somebody said
Yeah.
called mine. I saw people guessing yours.
Nice.
Too. Ganny, baby. It's an interesting first first nat 5.
Right?
How late was it?
How good was it? I was really new. I didn't like 6-star him for like 6 months. And
Yeah,
with this, guys, congratulations. Everyone got all scrolls.
You see that?
That's the
Oh, it's
coupon.
over-
Can you guys see it
It's
on
over
the
there,
screen?
guys.
Yeah.
So
right here.
Take a screenshot of that. In fact, I kind of want to. Well, it's easy to remember. I'll remember that.
Hey, someone message us because we can't do it right now.
Yeah, somebody take a screenshot for us and remind us. Just send me a text later tonight. It's like when I get home.
Friends in chat, please.
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
But it's so lovely
There you
to
go,
see
guys.
everyone. You talked to Obabo
Is
up
Obabo
there
up
on
there?
the left.
Obabo!
Right
My
by
dude.
Kachu.
He was.
Kachu and Obabo.
Spoilers.
up there.
He's streamer of the week on the Fuse News this week.
Watch it.
Watch it, guys. Watch it. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for taking part in the quiz show. That was really fun. You guys made it a blast. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So hopefully now you've invited all of your friends. Make sure that everybody knows that we're streaming this because that it's nothing but gas for the rest of the show.
We're gonna have a quick break for 10 minutes, and we're gonna come back with
The big
information, the big stuff,
All right, guys,
information about the update.
stay with us. Go use the restroom, get some food. We'll see you in 10. We're back, everybody. Please
2020
introduce
년.
to the stage Kim Tae-young, the head developer of Summoner's War. He's back to talk to us a little bit about the upcoming massive update to Summoner's War.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to see what the shift is all about. You guys have been waiting at home and curiously creating theories. This is it. You're gonna find out if Miho's getting that third
If Miho's
awakening.
getting the third awakening, Masmoha de Prayas, you know, it's like, who knows what it could be.
And like Evan said, Tae-young Kim is the head developer of the game. This is an amazing moment for all of us to take this look inside the mind behind Summoner's War.
Here we go. He's going to be presenting to us all the details about the update. Right now, he's introducing himself. This is Mr. Kim Tae-young, again, the head developer of Summoner's War.
Directly from Korea.
This is it, baby! This
I'm
is
very
it.
excited.
All right, guys, get stoked. This is what we've been waiting for.
So leading up to this update, normally we see that the game has so many settings, right, Evan? It's such a diverse game. Some people like farming, some people like the PvE aspect of it, the arena, the guild content,
And people
RTA.
play it from all over the world. We saw so many countries listed in the chat earlier today, and now he's talking about the specifics of our current circumstances right now that we can still come together over a mobile game. And that's absolutely incredible. And a mobile game that just hit its 6th year anniversary.
And he's saying that they worked really hard for this update this year. Is the biggest so far. A lot of changes coming, and he hopes that everyone enjoys what will be unveiled here tonight.
And now he's talking about the circumstances right now with COVID-19. He's hoping and praying for everybody's safety and health during this time. And he's talking once again about that concept that we talked about earlier with the head of development of Summoner's War, that intrinsic fun element of Summoner's War.
And for the people in Brazil, I'm gonna speak a little bit of Portuguese. Ele está falando sobre a diversão, que para eles é o momento principal agora do jogo para perseguir isso daí. E sempre foi tentar trazer essa diversão para os jogadores, que foi o foco dos desenvolvedores. E nesse momento é uma diversão variada. A gente tem a RTA, tem o farm, tem a arena, tem a parte de summonar e colecionar monstros. Então tem muitas áreas. Eles tentam trazer uma parte de diversão estratégica nova para o jogo. Esse foi o objetivo dessa atualização.
Thank you very much. And now he's going through everything, and he's saying again, the fun, one of the aspects of fun in Summoner's War is taking all of these monsters that you've built up a relationship with, that you've brought from the very moment they came out of a scroll all the way up to being 6-starred and being a part of your team. He's talking about utilizing them strategically. This is something that you're going to see brought up a few different times during this presentation.
Y en español, como vemos, está enseñando todas las partes del juego, que es una variedad. La diversión siempre fue el foco de nuestro juego y hacerlo de forma variada, y para eso traemos una nueva cosa con esta actualización.
And he's once again just touching on that same idea. He's saying that is where they came from when they're looking at how to bring about a new update to Summoner's War. They're looking at things like the Dimension Hole. They're looking at things like Kairos Dungeon, and they're saying these are the areas that people love and people have a lot of fun in. So this is how we're going to bring the update to Summoner's War.
And the update being focused on those two new places, you guys already get a hint. We're going to have three new dungeons.
Three
not
new
one,
dungeons.
not two, not three. And as you guys guessed right, Masmorra de Praia.
Masmorra de
No,
Praia.
brincadeira.
No.
Brincadeira.
No beach transmog dungeon.
No.
That's not one of the three. But there are going to be 3 new dungeons, and he's saying let's go ahead and start with the one in the Dimension Hole.
Yes.
And this is the new boss of the Dimension Hole, and with it, comes a massive change to the way that you traditionally play.
Because normally on the Dimension Hole, we're geared towards thinking, this is going to be a second awakening.
Or this is going to be ancient runes, like specifically. I'm going to be farming this dungeon a lot, trying to get ancient runes from it.
And something repeatedly that sometimes might be the same that it's happening already in Kairos. But observing that, our devs decided to take a different approach, a different path in this situation.
So instead, it's going to be a monthly dimension dungeon This is going to be something that you can only tackle once. You can only beat it once. It's going to pop up at different points every time you come to it throughout different months. The Dimension Predator is, I think, the working title for it.
Yes.
And here we go. So here's an animation of what it looks like.
Oh my god. And looking at this already gives me the chills, Evans, because we have things that are weekly, we have things that are daily, but something that is monthly.
네, 방금 보신 몬스터는 이제 월간 던전에서 보스 몬스터로 등장하는
That looks amazing, dude. This is my. There's something about this boss that just resonates with me so much.
Yeah.
처음 포식자의
People in chat saying that's a big Camul. Saying, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That it looks like it.
So what they just demonstrated there is some of his attack animations and the way that you're going to tackle this boss. So again, this is a monthly dungeon. This is something that you can tackle once every month when it comes out.
Yeah, so he goes roaming around the dimensions and stealing magical energy from each of these dimensions.
You know I'm into that idea.
you
know I'm into that idea.
Yeah. So we think that tactics will change because of that. Being in different dimensions will spark that crafting, that ideation about teams, about
Right.
strategies to beat this incredible, unique boss.
And you guys know that there's already rules in place inside of the Dimension Hole, and this boss is no different. This is something that he's going to be touching on in a second. This is what he's talking about. I don't know if you guys were here for the Tartarus Labyrinth presentation a few years back. That was back when the Dimension Hole was just an idea, like that was just presented on. That was just an idea. We didn't have it then. That was when Jean was introduced, when the Light and Dark Homunculi were introduced. And so he's saying a big part of this is going to be that it's going to be a difficult dungeon that focuses on strategic use of your monsters, and you're going to have to go about this and navigate through his difficult assortment of skills.
And he's talking about how when 2 years ago he beat the lab boss, he got so excited, extremely excited, more than he should. He's even saying.
Yeah, like more excited than, and he's like, why was that? And he says it's because the battle was fun.
And also he thinks is because the rewards were really good.
Yeah, the rewards back then were
Yes.
really, really good. And so they wanted to think about how can we make these rewards really, really good.
Because if it takes a long period of time and if you have to play it manually, you should be rewarded well.
Right.
It's something that it's taking a lot from you.
Yeah, and as where I'm coming from, I love TOA. TOA is one of my favorite contents in the game. You have to go about it as if each step of the way is a puzzle. And so he's kind of getting that idea back again and just reinvigorating it, and he's taking it back, making it new, and that made this new monthly dungeon. Mm-hmm. Overcoming a crisis. That's a great way to describe it.
And for him, going through those challenges and putting that all together kind of makes the fun of playing it manually. Because remember, guys, if you have to do something very repeated, very mechanic, like farming the Karas dungeon.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do, and I
Exactly.
don't. And so, like, what he's saying is, here's something you can do that doesn't require a lot of stress because it's only once a month. You do it manually, and you come back in, you think about your team, you think about the way that you're using your skills, kind of like akin to what you do in RTA. And so he's thinking, like, if we do this once a month, that's really fun.
Yeah.
And it's not a farming idea. It's not farming. Yeah. And this is something that's absolutely crucial to think about.
Yeah.
They want a high level of difficulty, but they don't want to limit who can come into the dungeon.
Yeah, so the stats, the requirements, the rune requirements come into this won't be.
They're very
be low. So for the Dimension Hole, unfortunately, one of the biggest, if not the biggest challenge was that many newer players couldn't join and tackle right away the hardest stages, the level 5s. And that created a mindset for them to think if someone just joined Summoner's War and they don't have very good runes, they should be able to enjoy a big challenge, a strategical challenge that will make them learn more about the game and more about the monsters.
And I think that that's apt. They'll definitely learn more about the way their monsters interact with each other and the world around them through this dungeon. So here's what he's talking about now. He's talking about the mid-bosses inside of this dungeon and how they have skills such as revives the dead ally with 100% HP when gaining a turn. So that's emphasizing you need to control these guys. What does that say? I need to reduce their attack bar. If I can stun
that's a
them,
passive.
I need to.
That's a passive, yeah.
That's going to proc. They don't have to use that. That's if I get a turn. I don't have to choose. I don't have to use my turn.
Yeah,
to do
so
it.
you have to kill both of them to clear the stage.
Right.
Because if you kill one, he'll revive the other one, and vice versa.
Yeah, dude, they're like a corrupted version of the
No,
twins.
but what I think right now is, will Tasarion, is our beautiful Oblivion
Can we
working
Oblivion
against
him?
this? That's
Can we
what
Oblivion him?
makes me think.
Lauren. They're also going to be modifying. How do they make it so that newer players can enter in? The answer is modifying the stats when they come in. And that's what he's talking about right now. He's showing this on screen. This is a new player's account. They don't have a lot going on as far as runes. And they see a whole bunch of different players throughout. It's been around for 6 years. We saw a lot of people in chat saying that they've been playing for 5. But somebody might have just downloaded the game yesterday.
Yeah. A lot of people joined with the 6-year anniversary now.
Right.
We had a lot of net fives being given out, so we have a lot of new players, and they wanted to give something to these people that are joining now. So if you have modified stats that let you battle without these super high requirements, you kind of throw a huge net that gathers everyone. All users, all players can participate in this type of content.
Yes. So this isn't just limited to the people at the top tier of Summoners War RTA ladder. That's not what this is about. This is for everybody. So when you go into that dungeon, your basic stats of all of your monsters are going to be increased by 10 times.
So the runes are going to be 10 times less important,
Yeah.
or more, right? So the gap will diminish. Look at that.
So this is the difference between this is the difference of like runes, right? So that's what this is.
Let's see a newer
we got
player
two Lucians here.
and an older player with like
63% crit
yeah.
rate. That looks like my Lucian.
That looks like your Lucian. The right one looks like mine. So we can see that big difference. That is like 500 attack, super high crit rate. But this is the total.
Right.
Once you increase the base stat to something really high, that 500 difference will become something kind of negligible.
Right, exactly. And the runes are powered up to plus 15. He says. This is. I don't believe this is 10. This is not 10 times. If you
Not
look
yet,
at
not
it,
yet.
guys,
He's just
check this
showing the
out.
difference.
Boom! There we go. That's 10 times.
Yeah.
So now this is what we're looking at.
Look
So
at
when
that
you go-
difference.
This is the difference.
The difference is super small because 500 now compared to 9,000, it's not a big difference.
And if you're I just want to reiterate, this is just for the monthly dungeon. This is something that was done to make it so that all players can enjoy this.
Yeah. And now in Portuguese, some people asking in chat,
for it.
vai ter aumento de 10 vezes dos status somente para esse chefão, que vai ser um chefão mensal, que vai ter umas recompensas muito boas, porque é uma coisa que vai ser necessária, feita manualmente. Então eles decidiram que isso daqui fosse para todos os jogadores, para todo mundo que pudesse entrar. Se você é novo no jogo e você não tem umas runas muito boas, como os status básicos vão ser muito altos, você vai poder entrar, porque a diferença para um jogador late game vai ser muito menor. E em espanhol, decidieron cambiar dentro de nada más, que es una vez por mes, este nuevo jefe que te dará unos premios muy buenos para que los estatus básicos de tus monstruos sean 10 veces mayores de lo que son normalmente en el juego, haciendo con que jugadores nuevos puedan entrar y participar sin tener una gran diferencia para los jugadores que están ahí hace muchísimo tiempo.
And now, so we've talked about what happens with the stats when you enter into this dungeon, and what's amazing about this content for me is that because new players can enter it too, as well as late game players, everybody is going to get to benefit from these incredible rewards that are going to come from it. Right now, he's describing that you clear it once per month, and every month it's going to jump between a different dimension inside the dimension hole. It's only open for 30 days, and you can clear it only once. Now that's where you start to think, you can only do it once. So what kind of rewards am I going to get from
Exactly.
this?
And the first one will be in Karzam. Before we go into those details, I always wanted to give a huge shout out to one of our favorite streamers, Kachugo. Feliz cumpleaños.
Hey,
Tamo en vivo.
tamo
It's his
en
birthday
vivo.
today, guys. So can you, in chat, put Kachu and a little heart for him. He's spending our birthday with us
Oh, dude.
right here between the 60 influencers. So I wanted a lot of love for him in chat. Tamo
Happy
en vivo.
birthday, Kachu!
Yeah.
What's up, Play Zero Rage? I just shouted it. He wanted a shout out.
And talking about the rewards, Evan, what is the best reward you can get in the game? You love monsters, you love Nat 5s, but I love
that's not the
something
best.
else. What is the best? What I love the most?
Legendary runes. 6-star legendary runes is the answer.
Legendary runes are the best.
Yeah.
If we get something akin to that, for me that would be the best
And it's
prize you
and
can
it's
get.
secretly the best thing for players of all ranges of skills and time in the game. If you're new to the game, a 6-star legend rune is going to be amazing. An ancient rune is even better. Now here's the best part. When you beat the monthly dungeon, you are going to get to choose from a pool of 6-star legendary ancient runes with fixed main stats and sub properties, and you get to choose one out of the 5 presented. So you get to find the one that fits
The
your
rune
combo.
that you need.
The
The
one
rune
that
that
you
you
need.
need. That will rune for your slot 5 in Ciara that has everything that you're looking for.
And he just said it's not.
That's what you got.
It's not random. Not
It's
random.
fixed.
It's fixed. So that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some high quality runes, and like Evan said, legendary, ancient. So even higher, more stats for your monsters.
that.
Look at the example popping out. I see. Oh my God.
Okay,
I'm
and it looks
trembling.
like, so we see speed slot 2, we see attack, we see HP,
Mm-hmm.
and these are going to be the ones. He's saying that this is going to be the rune pool for Karazhan, if I'm
Yes.
not mistaken.
Yes. So depending, that's the cool thing.
And this is the
Depending on
first
each one of the dimensions, is going to go by the runes that are in that dimension. So in 2 of the 3 that we have right now, you can get will runes.
Yeah, you can get.
So we're
will,
gonna get
you can
one
rage,
option for
this
that
is
will rune.
amazing. Yeah, look at that. I see a blade rune. Hey, some crit rate would be nice for my account. Holy, that rage rune! I saw somebody say in chat. Let me see.
Yep.
Where's the, I can't make out the. Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah, that rage rune. That all of them, to be honest.
That resist, I don't know. I'm worried.
And he's talking right
I want,
now.
I want the HP one.
But that's not it. That isn't it, guys. So that's not just a once a month thing. So they're gonna give you the rune, but also there's some of these rewards in there too. You're gonna get grinds. You're gonna get
A lot of
gems,
people were
you're
asking
gonna
about
get
that,
materials.
about grinds and jams, ancient. They were saying
Ancient
it's too
crafting.
hard. It's too hard to get them. Now you have another way to get them in the monthly dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
That's another great, great reward. Imagine something that it's so hard to get. Now you can get it.
So let me just wrap up everything that he just went over. It's very difficult. You're going to probably have to manual it. Once a month, goes through all the different dimensions monthly. Wide user spectrum, by which he means people of all skill levels can access this because you're going to have your stats boosted. You can clear it once per month and get these amazing rewards. And it makes a fun and interesting manual battle content.
Yeah.
Now, they're tackling all aspects of fun. And we told you that there's 3 dungeons that are new. That was 1.
That's only one, guys.
Now, I'm getting chills. We're going to shift over to Kairos. This is where we spend a lot of our time as players of Summoners for. Some people like doing the manual battle, but I'm glad we only have to do it once per month because I like farming.
Look at those bosses.
Here we
Evan.
go, guys.
And let me see in chat before we say anything. Can you guess
What are the elements?
the elements of these bosses? Because we have the Steel Fortress and the Punisher's Crypt coming on. Can you guess?
baby.
Dark and light? No, you're wrong. You guys, let me see. Someone got it.
Yeah.
Wind and light.
We are,
Remember, the giant is water. The dragon is fire. The Necro Lich King is dark. So now we got the fire.
we're rounding out the color pie here.
We have the
all
5,
5 of them now. This is it. So here's an example of what it looks like. And he's talking about the design of the monster. He's showing you the skills. This is the Steel Fortress. Pretty incredible.
Windy. So prepare your fire units, prepare your wind units, put your water ones away because this looks amazing. And now, I think this is my personal favorite. This is my personal favorite boss. It's just a light boss. It's incredible. Look at the animations, the background. This looks extremely tough. Look at these AoE attacks. Ugh. I hope it's
Beautiful
very hard,
animations.
very tough to deal with.
네, 영상 재미있어 보이셨나 모르겠는데요.
And that was a showcase of the 2 brand new bosses coming to Kairos. What do you guys think? Do you like them?
Yeah, if you love them, let me see some hearts in chat. We're kind of curious to hear back from you.
Yeah, that's
We can see this art with the ragdoll. Is that a lapis? And who's the? Oh, and we have like a wind boomerang.
yeah.
Over there.
So So he's saying right now that you're going to notice that the design of these guys is a little bit different. He's got armor, and both of them are coming from this concept of sort of an ancient weapon that's been asleep for ages, and it's just woken up, and it's part of this ancient civilization. You've accidentally woken up one of these weapons that they had back then.
He has this look of a merciless judge.
I love it, dude.
It's
For the
gonna go
Punisher's
over
crypt.
you.
Yeah, he doesn't care what monster.
What are you doing here?
He's also talking about their skills. Here we go. We're going into the composition. Nice. Oh, love the models. Beautiful.
기존 카이로스
He's going to be giving us more details on those. He's saying he's going to elaborate
Later
a little
on.
bit further.
Later on.
층까지 존재하는
Okay.
But this is gonna be, I think,
Oh yeah.
4
So
waves.
it's going to be similar to other
B10s.
Kairos dungeons you see. It goes up to B10, 4 waves, and their wind and light attribute. This is what we were talking about before. So they're kind of akin to it
So
in
the
that.
same thing. We said it. You guys are used to it. You guys are
wouldn't-
used to it.
And this is where Kim Tae-young would say, I don't know if I'd necessarily say they're the same. I don't know if I'd say they're the same. And he's going to be getting into that. People in chat asking, what runes? Excellent question. That's a fantastic question.
You guys will find more about that in a second.
Okay, so we'll stay with us.
Maybe that's the wrong question.
Yeah.
Say.
What runes? More like what?
What would you get? I wouldn't say
what would you get? Yeah, right. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. But that's getting ahead of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea about this, it's also creating these new dungeons and for you to build new teams that you can repeatedly farm in these situations and clear the floors with high efficiency, like 100% of the time, and get these rewards.
This is my favorite part of Summoner's War. He's suggesting studying with people together online, trying to come up with new teams, theory crafting for these guys. Now let's talk about the rewards. This would be another time to bring up the question, what runes?
What runes? People said, what runes? What is your guess? I would say that the answer is not runes.
I would say that it's not runes at all.
It's something different.
Something different. Something that's going to fundamentally change the way that your monsters
What
act.
are those? What are those?
What are... Yeah, one...
I don't know what that is. Can someone guess?
Artifacts. That's the answer. New artifacts. He's going to be discussing these in detail, but this is one of my favorite parts of the update. If I'm being totally honest with this is... So... Here's what we're talking about. Here's Lucian. Here's the boss. He's going to be our test subject for today. You think if you associate Lucian, what is Lucian? What do you guys associate Lucian with? It's ignore defense. Lucian ignores defense. Mm-hmm. He's showing Huahi right now. He's saying healing, and everything like that. He was saying if Lucian's amputation magic dealt more damage, he could clear the dungeon a little bit faster. He was saying I'd like for these monsters' individual skills to be better. Mm-hmm. Rakan. If I could deal more damage to counterattacking
or
people,
counterattacking more.
Yes, or counterattacking more.
Many different ways.
These are things that he'd like to see.
What I love about this, Evan, and what he's saying is that bringing in a new way, like the artifacts, can affect different parts of the monsters, not only stats that might bring monsters that are not used a lot to light. So these monsters that have interesting abilities, but sometimes their stats are not that high, and they need a little bit of help on their skill set. Like you can see by this HP artifact example, they can become new beasts in many parts of the game of Summoner's War.
Substats are completely different for artifacts. We're not talking stats. Yes, they're going to have a flat stat at the top. It's not
only flat.
Only flat at the top, but their substats will be unique for the type of monster they're meant to fill. For instance,
and for the elements.
And for the elements. So you might have seen up there, it gave a percentage of life drain on there.
Yes.
You're going to see things like...
It gave a second skill damage increase.
A second skill damage increase. You're going to see things that say like ignore defense skills, get more damage. This is...
More damage out of counterattack. So imagine monsters like Ursha, the second awakening of the Fire Bear, can be super strong now with the right artifacts in mind. So a fire artifact on one side and then an artifact that goes by the type of the monster on the other side. Let's see, Lucian's an attack type of monster. He gets an attack.
He's wind. He gets wind. You know, exactly. It's like that's what it is. So here's how your new rune screen is going to look. Artifacts don't fit into the regular rune wheel. Instead, they go on either side.
E, explicando pro pessoal no Brasil, os artefatos eles são completamente diferentes das runas. Eles vão ter somente stats flats. Vai ter um artefato de elemento e um artefato que vai ser do tipo do monstro. Então, por exemplo, Lucian um artefato de ataque e um artefato de vento. E com esses artefatos, você não tem substats como os outros, são substats diferentes. Tem substats que aumentam o dano de certas habilidades, que aumentam o dano de counter-ataque, que aumentam a quantidade de heal que você dá, diferentes outras maneiras de habilidades que você é afetado.
And here, people are asking in chat, let me answer that question for you. Yes, you get two. You get one based on the attribute of your monster, the element of your monster. The other one is based on what kind of, are they an attack monster?
Are they a defense? Are they a support? Exactly.
Element and attribute, yes, exactly.
And in Spanish, so people understand, tenemos dos tipos de artefactos. Uno que será por el elemento, o sea, luz, oscuridad, fuego, agua y viento, y otro artefacto que es por el tipo de monstruo, un monstruo de ataque, un monstruo de defensa, y esos substatos van a darte que mejoren no solo tus habilidades, pero cosas específicas como la segunda habilidad de un monstruo, el contraataque, el daño de ignorar defensa, el heal, etc.
So here's an example here. Lucia, support type and water attribute. She can have a water attribute artifact and then the support type artifact as well on top of it. Here's another example. So we got damage received under inability effects is -3%.
Reduced,
it's reduced. Damage dealt by counterattack +3. Increased second skill crit damage.
Yeah. This helps against the Nefties.
Right.
You reduce the damage when you're under a death break, for example. Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry. In this case, it's inability. So only under stun, sleep, and freeze.
Right.
My bad.
And I want to
Yeah.
re-emphasize for people, the main property is going to be flat. This isn't going to be something that's going to replace runes as far as stats. This is something where you want to look, it's like, I want Lucian to deal more damage on his third skill, and I want more ignore defense damage. That's what you're going to be looking
And it's
for.
based on the type of artifact. So if it's an HP artifact, it'll be HP increase. If it's an attack artifact, it'll be flat attack. If it's a defense artifact, flat defense.
And people in chat asking, how do you power them up? Same way as you would. They're not trying to change the fundamental way that you think about interacting with the equipment of your monsters. They're trying to think about the way you interact with your monsters in general.
And people are saying too low, but it increases, guys. So it's similar to a rune. So it has the +3, +6, +9.
This isn't plus.
+12.
This isn't plus.
Yeah, that's the basic one.
The other thing I want to point out, there's no star rating. It's just rarity. There's no star rating on this.
There's
set.
no 1-star artifact, 2-star. All artifacts are the same, and you can power them up.
Right. It's only going to be based on rarity. So yeah, you can find legend ones, but you're not going to find a 6-star legend one, 5-star. It's going to be legend, hero, rare, etc. And he's going over some of the sub properties. You can have up to 4, and you power them up as you would a rune.
옵션은 저희는
Yeah, this is, and you guys think this is good.
Yeah, who loves this? I want to
guys-
see from chat. Who loves this?
guys
Let
think-
me see those hearts in chat. Because I love it. I'm extremely excited now. He's saying right now, showing that the damage dealt by counterattack can be increased. The defense, so monsters that deal damage based on defense can get that damage increased. Let's see a bulldozer, a copper,
Oh, people are loving it.
Tyrannus,
Increased-
Bellajoul. Thank you for the
Increased
hats.
attack bar when revived. Like that's something that you can
Wait.
base your team.
Perna's coming back, baby.
Perna, baby.
Perna
Wait a
coming
second.
back.
That's dope, actually.
Ayunu coming back,
That's
baby.
so good.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And also damage per specific attributes. So this will bring a lot of monsters that sometimes are not that used to become used,
It's gonna
which
bring
is
them
my
into the
favorite
spotlight.
thing.
Yes, because like now you can look at some of your monsters and be like, hey, this would be really good if this third skill dealt some more damage.
Imagine a monster that sometimes had a really cool skill set, but it doesn't heal enough. You say, oh, it's not enough, but now you equip it with an increase in that healing. Or some monsters that have low chance of landing debuffs, and you increase the accuracy of that specific skill. And now you have a chance to land that sleep more, to land that strip, that death break. It will open up unlimited
And I want to touch
possibilities.
on something that he just said as well. They're considering additional kinds of stats. Somebody in chat mentioned accuracy on Hathor. They're considering more accuracy effects on substats. So what you're seeing here isn't necessarily the end of all the substats. This is going to be a wave. And so you're probably already thinking about who you can use this on. I know I am. This is going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
This is going to be pretty big.
So damage dealt by
Hey, it's
counterattack.
Miho! Hey!
Get ready, baby.
Woo!
Because
Is this 3A?
she's gonna. It's basically she's gonna deal a lot of
The
damage.
third A stands for artifact. That's what it is.
The image, like we said, showing
Copper
copper
and
and bulldozer. Tyrannus is gonna get in too, so I'm very happy about that. My Amelia is gonna be killer.
That's true. Yes. But remember, for all these, it's like people talking about like increased damage from counterattacks. There's also other things. It's like you can talk about damage reduction effects.
Exactly, guys.
So there's
gonna be counters to it too. Don't think that Miho is gonna be all powerful right now. Remember, if you increase damage of some skills, basically, you won't need to put that monster on crit damage necessarily. So in that way, you don't need crit rate and you counter Miho. So there's
Exactly.
1,000. This was gonna change the way that certain monsters are built. A monster that sometimes you would build on crit damage and crit rate, because of the multiplier of the skill being so high and getting extra damage right now, you'll build him on attack. Because
Exactly.
you'll get extra damage with attack.
And right now he's talking about how artifacts and these 2 new dungeons bring together that fun of farming and the strategic fun. So you're not only thinking of a new team for the dungeon, you're thinking about how these rewards can go back to your team. And so the update. So he's saying that the update briefing is almost finished at this time. He's finishing up talking about the strategic fun, and now he's talking about a few more changes. This is the end of the brand new bosses, but now we're talking about some things that are also going to change Summoner's War.
Evan, can I tell you that this is why this is named the shift? This is
This is
why
it.
this is my favorite change.
Yes.
We fought a lot. We fought
Yeah,
a lot
this is-
for
this
this.
is gonna be
and
pretty cool.
Our developers show that they hear you guys.
That's
they
right.
love you guys, so this is a big moment.
And
for
so
us.
what they're thinking about is all this new stuff could potentially add some stress to new players. I mean, we're talking about 2 new dungeons you need to farm. We're talking about a brand new monthly dungeon. Is this going to be too much like of the idea of like farming to try to get those runes you need, to try to get the artifacts you need?
And sometimes you don't get them.
And
you know, people dealing with the players' frustrations, that's a big deal for them. Like, they were talking about fun, and to have fun is also knowing the game has to be challenging. It can't be too easy, but also dealing with the frustration. So they decided to improve the rune farming, and they're going to talk about consecutive autoplay. They're going to discuss this right now with you.
So it seems like they might be missing a page of what we were talking about right now. He's just going to speak about this. There might not be some images to guide you, so we'll tell you what he's talking about on the fly. He's saying that they've brought up a couple things. This is it. We're gonna get B12, baby.
B12.
We're talking B12 on GB10, DB10,
But that's not all.
and EV10. But that's not everything.
The rune drop rates will be increased
accordingly.
And not only increased, but on that B12.
If you're on B12, you will only get 6-star runes for completing it.
Yes.
Only 6-star runes of
No
rare
chance of
or
getting
higher.
5.
Of rare or higher will be dropped on B12.
No
this
chance
is
of 5.
This is for GB10. This is for I can't even
GB10,
say that anymore.
yeah.
This is for Giants, Dragons, and Necro.
And this is the big
This is
kahuna.
the
The 6-star legendary runes drop rate will be 2.5 times increased.
Yeah.
So you guys have the chance to farm those B12s, get 6-star runes all the time, and get more legend runes so you can compete.
2.5 times not 2.5, 2.5
But
times the
not
current
percent.
And now
Times.
this is a huge one too. This shouldn't be overlooked. Giants, Dragons, and Necro will all be changed to be the same element throughout. This is actually a huge change for new players.
This will be very helpful, Evan. People don't need to build different teams. They know the Giants will be all the way water. They train
All
for
the way,
that.
yes.
Dragons, all the way fire. Necro, all the way dark. So this is incredible for new players. And right now, just really quickly, for Portuguese and Spanish.
Please, yeah.
Van a cambiar a todos los jefes. Tendremos 12 pisos. Ahora va a ser B12, gigantes, dragones, necro. Y en ese piso 12 será garantizada runas 6 estrellas, raras o mejores. Además de eso, las runas legendarias tendrán su drop aumentado en 2.5 veces. No 2.5%, 2.5 veces. Se o pessoal do Brasil não entendeu, por favor, falem que eu explico.
Now, guys, this is important. So this is from the developer straight. They're going to address autoplay right now. So first of all, I just want to premise they have concerns about autoplay. They've heard a lot about the issue. That's what he's saying right now. He says that they've heard a lot about the idea that the community really wants consecutive autoplay. And now they're having a heated internal discussion for a long time. So they've been
We've been reporting this for a really long time. We've been talking to them. They've been talking internally. It's a game that's been on for 6 years and it's very successful. And you should be afraid of big changes like this. For sure.
And he's also talking about the new artifacts are being introduced, and so farming is going to be increased. And so they've been going back and forth. Now they've decided that it's a positive time for considering autoplay. This update, let me be clear. This autoplay feature will not be added in the massive update. However, they're now thinking
working.
We've added 2 new dungeons. We've added B12. So it's like now is the time to start actually talking about it, seeing if we can make a way. What they want to do is not use the traditional idea of just, oh, I'm going to hit autoplay and I'm going to set it down and I'm going to go to sleep. They don't want to do something like that. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to see if they can find a way to find, his exact words, we want to find meaningful actions that'll make it so that you don't get less engaged with the
You
game.
don't disconnect from the game. That's because if you just put the game aside and just put autoplay and then you lose completely connection and you forget about the game.
Right.
So they're gonna work in something new that can put
They have a
together.
new idea and they're
already
about it.
working on it.
So just know that they didn't, even though it wasn't included in this update, they wanted to let you know that that's an internal discussion that they're having, and they're kind of digging. They're digging an idea.
Let me say something. People are saying why including it then? Because back in the day and recently even they made a public announcement showing that they were not interested in autoplay at all. So that's what you guys knew. Now they want to tell you that they're working on it.
This is good
It's
news.
completely
This is
different.
good news.
It's a shift from one thing to the other.
This is
so
good
that's
news.
completely different.
Because that's I just want to reiterate what Seppi just said. Previously, it was a hard no. The fact that they're bringing it up here is pretty amazing. So I just want to throw that out there. It's not it's not a bad thing. This is only good news. They're considering it.
Yeah. And let me explain in Portuguese real quick sobre os novos chefões, galera. E esses chefões agora, a mudança principal é no gigante, nos dragões, no necro terão agora 12 andares. O 12º andar vai ser 6 estrelas garantidas com rara ou maior, runas raras ou maior. Então isso é incrível. E sem ser somente isso, você também vai ter garantido um aumento no drop de runas lendárias em 2.5 vezes. Então, galera, mudança gigantesca, não só o novo conteúdo, mas mudança no que já existe.
Awesome. So, guys, I just want to sum that up one more time. We got 3 new dungeons for you. B12 is added for all existing dungeons as well as, and the elements are changed to be consistent throughout no matter what level you're on for new players. There's some pretty incredible rewards in that monthly dungeon, and the devs are thinking favorably on an autoplay idea. So, look out for that in the future, and look forward to this massive update, because it's not too far out. Now we're going to be doing closing thoughts for this one, and they're just kind of talking
Let me just explain the auto farm part to everyone. In Portuguese, they're asking, so, o auto farm, que antes eles diziam que de maneira nenhuma seria implementado no Summoners War, eles disseram que agora eles estão pensando de maneira positiva, vão começar a trabalhar nisso, para criar um auto farm que não tire totalmente a atenção dos jogadores do jogo, porque eles têm muito medo de que se for um auto farm que você só aperta play e repete 1 milhão de vezes, as pessoas vão colocar o jogo de lado e vão esquecer completamente dele. Mas eles estão trabalhando numa maneira de colocar isso no jogo a partir de agora. Antigamente eles diziam que não tinham interesse nenhum.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So they're doing wrap up about that update, about the update description right now. They're talking about how, highlighting again, that they didn't want to alienate new players with this one. They wanted to be all-inclusive. It's like anybody who's brand new to the game can enjoy all this stuff. And now they don't have to build different teams for elements of a dungeon that they're only going to play through twice. You know, it's
and I feel that it hits everyone, Evan. Not only the new players, because now it's only these elements and everyone can play because the stats are increased 10 times, but also the long-time players get something new. They get the artifacts. You get the guaranteed 6 stars. You get the more legendary runes. Yeah.
Guaranteed 6 stars, double drop rates.
Remember those monsters that you 6-starred and you thought they weren't useful anymore? Yeah. Now with the artifacts, you can bring them back. Maybe you're gonna have something huge, something completely new with a 3-star monster, with a 4-star monster that is incredible with certain artifacts. If they have damage based on defense, they have counter attacks, etc.
Yeah. So this is a fundamentally different way to think about all the monsters you've been using and some that you haven't used before. Look forward to all these the B12 and everything that's coming with this massive update. It's got me weirdly stoked. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much in the chat for all the discussion topics as well. It's pretty cool. And they're talking about looking back on artifacts. They're covering exactly what we just did. Remember, you can have 2 of them, one for your attribute and one for your type. So this is a way to actually utilize those previously almost arbitrary types at the top, HP, defense, attack. It's like you now
it makes something that didn't have a use, right, Evans, on the game, and now it's very important. It becomes a huge part of it.
Right. And they're talking about how, again, there's no percentage stat on the artifacts. This isn't a rune replacement. This is something to enhance the monster itself. We're not trying to tackle stats. We're trying to tackle the monster. This is specific for
It's a different focus, right? And people in chat are asking about when, guys. They're not revealing the date, but it is soon, so they're not saying any dates.
Right.
You guys know that we have the pre-reg page in-game, so if you're not in there yet, make sure to pre-register. You're going to get a lot of rewards, and this is already in there, so you guys can expect it fairly soon.
Exactly. So go pre-register if you can, and make sure to get all the scrolls that come with that when the update finally comes out. And right now they are going over some of the end of the presentation as well. They're talking about the wrap-up report there, looking at the monthly dungeon as well. I'm really looking forward to the monthly dungeon. I think that it's great that it's so intensive on strategy, but you only really have to beat it once.
Yeah.
For me, that doesn't add a lot of stress as a player.
And now it's just something on top, and you got a guaranteed legendary ancient rune. I love it. I just love it. It's like a new TOA, but smaller, easier, and it gives you something that TOA doesn't give you. TOA gives you scrolls, TOA gives you crystals.
It does. It gives you everything.
But yeah.
Hello, this is Mart, Summoners War YouTuber and streamer.
Ici Wendy, streamer Summoners War.
Ciao a tutti ragazzi, sono Federico di Italian Summoners War, streamer e caster ufficiale.
Приветствую всех, это Аргентум, я стример из России.
So first of all, congratulations to Summoners War on their 6th anniversary.
Summoners War a vraiment littéralement changé ma vie puisque je suis passé d'un métier standard à influenceur grâce au jeu notamment.
We're all currently celebrating your game's 6-year anniversary and I just want to congratulate you guys on that one.
Et surtout, la communauté est incroyable, les events ont été fous, on a vécu des choses notamment incroyables en 2019.
À côté, donc Summoners War, je tenais encore à te dire félicitations pour tes 6 ans.
Congratulazioni Summoners War per il tuo 6º anniversario.
Félicitations pour tes 6 ans Summoners War.
I just want to congratulate you guys on your 6-year anniversary, alright? Bye!
Cumpleaños feliz. Happy birthday, Summoners War.
Congratulate Summoners War on their 6-year anniversary.
Happy 6th anniversary, Summoners War.
Congratulate Summoners War on their 6-year anniversary.
And thank you, Summoners War, for all the great battles in RTA.
I love the gameplay, I love the art design, and I love to summon and summon and summon and summon.
Thank you for giving me this. I love it.
Beyond summoning, the community and the friends that I've made through streaming, through going to meetups, has just been really, really honestly impactful.
One of my favorite memories with Summoners War has got to be Mobile Masters back in 2017. Since then, Summoners War has done so much more, from all the SWC tournaments to the amazing meetups and events all over the world.
Since then, a lot of these people became my best friends actually, which I connected through Summoners War.
I've met so many people with the same passion playing this game that it's honestly been amazing.
I just want to say that I'm so thankful to have joined this amazing community.
Espero que sigan creciendo, se merecen todo lo que les está pasando, el éxito, los torneos, la cantidad de gente que sigue el juego y de verdad estoy agradecida, así que pasen un increíble cumpleaños, un beso y nos vemos en stream.
Cannot wait for more years of Summoners War and meeting and hanging out with people and playing this game.
The last 6 years have been an absolutely amazing journey and I can't wait to see what's in store. Happy 6-year anniversary, and here's to another year.
Thank you so much for all the great memories and friends that I've made through Summoners War. I love you, Summoners War.
Congratulations, Summoners War, on 6 years, and I hope to see many more.
Let's keep summoning.
皆さんこんにちは、井上正弘です。
召喚師の皆様こんにちは。サマな番組 MC をさせてもらってます百花繚乱です。
あゆみなこと竹井さゆみです。召喚師の皆さんこんにちは。コスプレ占い師の小山田渚です。
こんにちは、サマナーズ王インフルエンサーの翔徳です。
こんなにハマれる作品と出会えて本当に幸せだなと思っています。サマナーズ王の魅力は続けてコツコツとやっていたことが後で必ず力になっているってところがすごく魅力だなと思っております。そしてこの先も進化し続けるサマナーズを期待しています。
僕も陰ながら応援していきたいなというふうに思います。6周年おめでとうございます。
サマナーズ王6周年おめでとうございます。
これからも7周年8周年その先ずっといろんな人たちをつないでいく素晴らしいゲームであり続けてください。
サマナーズ王6周年おめでとうございます。
6周年おめでとうございます。
안녕하세요, 소환사 여러분, 인플루언서 야삐입니다.
안녕하세요, 서머저 인플루언서 코딩입니다.
안녕하세요, 서머너즈워 인플루언서 스킷입니다.
안녕하세요, 서머주어 인플루언서 심양호입니다. 우선 서머주어 6주년 정말 축하드립니다.
제가 14년도 서큐 영던 때 처음 서머너즈워를 시작했는데요. 벌써 6년이라는 시간이 지났더라고요.
정말 많은 일들과 좋은 추억 그리고 좋은 사람들을 많이 만날 수 있었는데요.
제가 이렇게까지 오랫동안 플레이한 게임이 없는데 정말 서머주어는 저희 인생 게임 같습니다.
앞으로도 더 많은 그리고 더 재밌는 게임이 될 거라고 믿고 많은 분들이 저와 함께 즐겨줬으면 하는 바람이에요.
7주년, 8주년까지도 계속해서 응원해주시면 감사하겠습니다.
저도 많이 사랑해주시고요.
서머너즈워 6주년 정말 축하드립니다.
6주년 축하해요, 서머너즈워.
Hello， 大家好，我是来自中国的玩家欧洲皇家元帅。
大家好，我係嚟自國服嘅傻老鼠。
嗨，大家好，我是来自中国的魔灵召唤玩家阿来。
Hello， 大家好，我是中国区玩家，热爱生活的云姐浅浅。
Hello， 大家好，我是
中国区玩家阿绿。首先祝魔灵召唤6周年生日快乐！
魔灵召唤这款游戏呢，最吸引我的地方莫過於全球玩家實時競技和三方工會據點戰。
對於我嚟講，佢已經唔單止係一款遊戲，更多係一種特殊嘅回憶啦。因為通過呢款遊戲咧，我去咗好多地方，識咗好多朋友，而且我真係好中意Summoners War。
希望魔灵召唤呢能持久不衰，越做越好。
祝魔灵召唤生日快乐，越办越好。
祝魔灵召唤6周年生日快乐
！Hello， 大家好，我是住在非洲的魔灵之声玩家法术。
Hello， 大家好，我是大 B。Hello，
大家好，我是美式子 Melody。Hello，
大家好，我係嚟自香港嘅魔靈召喚直播主小龍啊。
Hello， 大家好，我是魔灵召唤亚洲伺服器的陪宝。
Hello， 大家好，我是台湾魔灵召唤的玩家奇哥。
哎呦，哥，你很讨厌呢！来了。Hello， 大家好，我是大美。不知不覺，魔靈召喚已經6周年啦！在之後的日子裡，我跟我妹妹大美會一同出現在遊戲中，跟大家一起玩樂。
魔靈召喚6周年快樂耶！希望接落嚟會有10周年、20周年啦！
也希望未來魔靈召喚還可以陪我們走過10周年，甚至是15周年的紀念。那最後要祝魔靈召喚6周年生日快樂哦！
希望魔靈召喚這款遊戲可以越做越久，然後越做越好。那我們在這裡再次祝魔靈召喚6周年快樂！
魔靈召喚這次6周年的活動真的非常的佛心哦，希望有更多的新朋友、舊朋友加入，跟我們一起繞一波。
首先呢，我們要恭喜我們的魔靈召喚終於來到了6周年啦！哇，真的是很不容易啊！一款好的遊戲，就是能夠經得起時間的考驗。
祝魔靈召喚6周年生日快樂！那希望大家所有的召喚師們晚上可以夢到我喲，喵喵！
สวัสดีครับก็ผมบิ๊กนะฮะจาก Channel โอบิ๊กแล้วก็เพจโอบิ๊กนั่นเองนะผมก็ยินดีกับเกม Summoner War ด้วยละกันนะที่เฉลิมฉลองครบรอบ6ปีแล้วนั่นเองส่วนตัวผมเองเนี่ยก็ยังรอคอนเทนต์เจ๋งๆกับกิจกรรมที่น่าติดตามจากเกมอยู่นะฮะรักนะ Summoner War นะฮะ
สวัสดีเพื่อนทุกคนนะครับผมแอดกล้องจาก ADK ก้องไก่กุ๊กนะครับสุขสันต์วันครบรอบ6ปีของ Summoner War ด้วยนะฮะรักนะ Summoner War
สวัสดีครับผมอู๋ทูนูบส์เกมแคสเตอร์ครับผม Summoners War ฉลองครบรอบ6ปีแล้วขออวยพรให้ Summoners War นะครับผมเป็นเกมที่ดีแบบนี้ไปนานๆรักนะ Summoners War
โอเคก็สวัสดีครับผมF to Love นะครับผมจาก Channel to Love นะครับผมก็ขออวยพรให้เกมนี้นะครับผมอยู่กันไปยิ่งยืนนานก่อนไปก็อยากจะบอกว่ารักนะ Summoner War
สวัสดีครับผมเน่งจูดาสไทยแลนด์นะครับผมยังไงนะครับผมก็ขอให้ Summoner War นะฮะทำคอนเทนต์ดีๆให้กับเรานะครับรักนะครับ Summoner War สวัสดีครับ
Hai guys, saya Suwandi, Gafri Games mengucapkan selamat ulang tahun yang ke-6 untuk Summoner War. Semoga player lama terus betah bermain, player baru terus bertambah, konten game yang semakin menarik, dan event yang semakin meriah. Sukses terus!
Halo, saya Sindut Game mengucapkan selamat ulang tahun yang ke-6 buat Summoners War. Semoga game makin berkembang, terutama komunitas di Indonesia ini juga ikut berkembang, oke? Perpok.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Summoners War. Happy birthday, Summoners War. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Summoners War. Ya, selamat ulang tahun yang ke-6 untuk Summoners War. Semoga tentunya konten-konten semakin menarik, konten PvE, konten PvP, terus semakin ada monster-monster baru, tentunya akan semakin membuat Summoners War semakin menarik. Dan tentunya semoga Summoners War bisa menjadi game mobile terbaik di Indonesia ataupun di dunia. Jadi selamat ulang tahun yang ke-6 untuk Summoners War. Happy birthday!
Xin chào tất cả các bạn, mình là Caster Nguyễn Văn Hiệp và các bạn có biết không, sắp tới sẽ là sinh nhật lần thứ 6 của Summoner War rồi. Và mình cũng rất hy vọng có thêm một cái quái thú nào đó có thể làm cho chúng ta phải điên đảo và mong muốn được sở hữu nó. Mình muốn gửi lời chúc mừng sinh nhật thật là ý nghĩa đến Summoner War. Chúc sức khỏe, thành công cũng như là mọi may mắn sẽ đến với tất cả các anh em đang chơi Summoner War của Việt Nam cũng như là thế giới.
Xin chào tất cả các nhà hiệu trường. Chúng tôi đến từ Ruby Club. Happy birthday to Summoner War!
네, 영상 잘 보고 왔는데.
Hello everybody and welcome back to The Shift. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us. We're going to have a couple more rewards for you right now. So we got a second coupon code coming up. Thank you all so much for watching. It was cool hearing from all the special messages of all the influencers around the world about the 6th anniversary of Summoners War.
Yeah, and we're going to have another video for you today, and we also have another content, so stay tuned with us. Don't rush out. We have many things to come, and maybe to know a little bit more about this update.
Yes, so right now what they're talking about is they're just reflecting on the video that we just saw. And everybody's just congratulating the massive update as well as the 6th anniversary. And also, you guys might notice that there's a lot of influencers still on the wall up there with us today. A lot of content creators that you know and love. We're going to be doing something with them in a little bit. And they're saying right now is a good time to give out some more gifts.
Yeah, you guys already got 3 scrolls, and let's see what they have in store for us for the new coupon.
Yeah, here we go. Coupon code coming right up.
Yep.
And also stay tuned with our mods for the links to those as well if you're not on Android.
Exactly.
And there we go. Event coupon code The Shift. Clean and
Easy
simple.
peasy.
Clean and simple. Okay, what are we going to give with this one? They're asking. Let's see. What's this one?
I'm curious too. 10,000 mana.
10,000.
You guys want
spin of the
10,000
wheel.
mana.
Spin of the temple.
5 crystals.
5 crystals.
5 crystals. What's your bet?
There's a coupon. They're asking what's the actual gift right now. What is it?
25 energy.
Boom!
25
There
energy.
you go. Two mystical scrolls for you in that
Someone
one.
got it right in chat.
Two more mystical scrolls for you to take away. Couple more summons with
5.
us. Yes. So please. So you've gotten 5 scrolls from this event already, guys. So keep that in mind. Write that down. Keep that, and also remember to stay with us. The pre-registration page is also still open for the update, so if you're interested in all this stuff, go pre-register. There's no reason not to, and it gives you some free rewards inside of there just for doing it too. Oh, here we go. So now they're thinking about, we're going to be doing a Q&A session with some of the content creators from around the world.
So before that, we're going to have another video with everyone.
Stay with us.
이번에 신규 장비인 아티팩트가 추가되는데요. 어떤 방식으로 줄까에 대해서 좀 고민을 많이 했었어요. 소환사 여러분들 주된 파밍 장소인 카이로스 던전이 갖고 있는 의미가 있더라고요.
신규 카이로스 던전은 기존 던전들보다 난이도가 살짝 높아진 만큼 조금 더 강력하고 차별화된 보스 이미지가 필요했습니다. 오랜 시간 동안 깊이 잠들어 있던 던전이 깨어나 하나의 강력한 유기체가 된다라는 설정인데요.
현대에서 나오는 그런 즉각적인 느낌의 회로도보다는 약간 유선형의 회로를 사용하는 게 어떨까? 빛이 모여들어서 보스가 구동을 할 때 배경도 같이 움직이는 형태로 가서 일종의 초고대 운명이라는 느낌으로 해서 진행하게 되었습니다.
워낙 오랜 시간 동안 잠들어 있었기 때문에 새 것에 반짝이는 금속 표현보다는 다소 거친 느낌의 표현을 주려고 노력했어요. 보스들도 고대 문명이 만들어낸 병기다. 처음에는 이제 어떤 분위기일지 저희가 모든 것을 상상하는 단계이기 때문에 벽에 있던 석상이 로봇으로 변신을 한다든지 아니면 땅에 흩어져 있던 것들이 이렇게 결합한다든지 여러 가지 시안이 나왔어요. 제가 처음에 잡았던 시안인데 처음에 날개가 이렇게 앞으로 돼 있다가 이렇게 열리면서 웅장한 보스의 형태가 나오는 시안이 있었어요. 그러다가 점차 분리, 합체, 연동이라는 개념의 포커싱인데요. 지금의 보스가 탄생하게 되었습니다.
어떤 움직임이나 이런 이펙트나 이런 연출들이 스팀펑크처럼 덜그럭거리거나 아니면 고장나서 삐그덕대는 느낌이 아니고 유기적인 느낌으로 스킬들도 좀 더 빔이나 레이저나 문명 병기들을 좀 이용하려고 하고 있습니다.
기존에 있던 카이로스 던전 보스들은 좀 뭔가 묵직하고 좀 정석화된 스킬 구성을 가지고 있었다면은 좀 더 스타일리시하고 좀 세련된 약간 트렌디한 그런 쪽의 보스 스킬 구성을 가지고 있습니다. 좀 강압과를 자신한테 4개를 건다든지 아니면 스킬이 지나다든지 약간 이런 것들이 좀 기본 생명체한테 있는 게 아니라 좀 만들어진 생명체한테 있는 스킬 구성을 생각을 해서 보스 스킬 구성이 탄생했던 것 같습니다.
가장 고려될 부분이 기존 카이로스와 얼마나 다르고 얼마나 같을까라는 점이었어요. 모바일 게임에는 3배속 가속 기능이 있어요. 그래서 저희가 1배속으로 작업을 해도 보통 쾅 이게 타격감을 주는데 콩콩 팍팍 이거잖아요. 그래서 크기가 작아지면서 주변에 오브젝트를 띄운 형태로 가게 되면 타격감이나 그런 것들이 속도에 관련돼서도 충분히 그 부분까지 묘사가 될 수 있겠다 해서 같이 회전하는 느낌 형태로 지금 생각하고 있습니다.
이번에 던전 보스들을 디자인하면서 화면 밖으로 느껴지는 그런 감정들이 있으면 좋겠다고 생각을 했어요. 예를 들면 빛 속성 같은 경우는 디자인 자체가 굉장히 예리하고 날카롭기 때문에 바람을 느낀다든지 굉장히 크고 무게감 있고 웅장한 보스이기 때문에 이 화면 자체에서 위협감을 느낀다든지 직접 피부로도 닿는 느낌을 받으셨으면 좋겠다는 생각으로 디자인했습니다.
소환사 여러분들 새로운 경험, 좋은 룬을 얻었을 때 그런 득템을 했다는 기분을 좀 새롭게 다시 한번 줄 수 있지 않을까 해서 신규 장비를 고민하게 됐고요.
처음에는 좀 그 해당 몬스터의 전용 장비 이런 느낌으로 스킬이 강화된다든지 좀 새로운 능력을 부여한다든지 약간 이런 쪽으로 생각을 했었는데 그렇게 될 경우에 그 하나의 몬스터에 대한 특색이나 배성이 사라지는 것 같은 느낌이 들고 상대편 입장에서는 그 몬스터가 어떤 아티팩트를 끼고 있는지 또는 어떤 스킬이 변경되었는지 그런 정보의 모호함이 있기 때문에 범용적인 약간 아티팩트를 만드는 게 더 좋겠다 해서 그렇게 기획이 시작되었고
기존에 없던 특별한 힘이 봉인된 고대의 물건인 만큼 세월이 흘러도 쉽게 훼손되지 않는 강인함이나 보석의 고귀함을 담고 싶었는데요. 디자인은 바운드에 박힌 아티팩트 주변을 금장식으로 감싸고 속성과 타입에 따라서 여러 가지 색상을 담을 수 있는 요소를 추가해 보았습니다.
어떻게 보면 많이 다르고 어떻게 보면 좀 비슷할 수도 있다는 생각이 들어요. 룬과는 다르게 항상 적용되는 게 아니라 특정 상황에서 좀 더 피해를 더 많이 주거나 피해를 덜 받거나 뭐 이런 상황들을 만들 수 있는 주 옵션이 물론 중요하죠. 근데 그것보다 더 부옵션의 중요도가 높을 것 같아요. 부옵션은 아티팩트별로 30에서 40개 정도로 생각하고 있어요.
저 같은 경우에는 이제 월드 아레나를 할 때 불속성 몬스터를 가진 유저들과 경쟁을 하게 되면 굉장히 힘든데 불속성 몬스터한테 피해를 덜 받는다든지 좀 더 도움이 되는 아티팩트를 착용하게 된다면 더 좋은 전략이 생기지 않을까?
PVE 같은 경우에는 그 보스에 맞는 아티팩트를 착용하게 될 경우에는 좀 더 공략이 좀 더 쉬워질 수도 있을 거고요. 아티팩트를 통해서 좀 더 정교한 커스터마이징이 가능할 거라고 저는 생각하고 있어요. 새로운 PVP를 경험하거나 새로운 PVE를 경험할 수 있지 않을까?
기본적인 틀을 바꾸거나 또는 밸런스가 무너지는 게 아니라 소환사 여러분들께서 애정하고 좀 아끼는 그 몬스터들이 정교하게 더 강해질 수 있는 좀 더 애정을 줄 수 있는 그런 쪽의 기획이니까 많이 기대해 주시면 좋겠습니다.
월간 던전은 기본적으로 좀 수동으로 플레이할 수 있게끔 구성되어진 던전이고요. 기본 공격이 800이고 뒤에 붙어있는 공격력이 한 2000 정도인 몬스터가 있다면 이 던전에 들어가게 되면 그 앞에 있던 기본 공격이 뭐 8000이나 10,000 정도로 늘어나게 되고요. 뒤에 붙어있는 공격력이 여전히 2000이어서 룬 하나하나의 그런 스텝보다는 몬스터의 이해도, 뭐 던전의 이해도 이런 것들이 더 중요시 될 예정입니다.
공허한 미지의 존재, 차원을 넘나드는 이유도 목적도 없고 다 에너지를 흡수하고 먹어치우는 약간 괴물 같은 그런 존재입니다. 처음에는 지능이 뛰어나야지만 차원과 차원을 넘나들 수 있는 힘도 있고 기술도 가지고 있다고 생각해서 문명이 굉장히 발달된 대마법사의 종족의 한 보스 정도 내지는 중간 보스 정도를 예상하고 초반 시한을 잡았었는데요. 정반대로 다시 설정을 잡게 되었습니다. 그 엄청나게 커다란 덩치와 그 유기체처럼 움직이는 그 모습들이 신선하게 다가올 수 있을 것 같다는 생각도 했었고
보스의 컨셉이 차원을 이동하면서 침입을 하는 컨셉이기 때문에 차원을 찍고 나오자 화면에 금이 가서 그 금이 점점 벌어지면서 손이 나오고 그 손을 이용해서 벌리면서 나오자 어떤 구체가 보여서 이 구체가 갑자기 확장이 되면서 화면에 그냥 구멍을 뚫어서 나오자 이런 식으로 여러 인트로를 만들게 되었고요.
차원 포식자의 출현 전후의 카르잔 배경을 비교해 보시면 굉장히 생기가 없어졌다는 걸 느끼실 수 있을 거예요. 차원홀 에너지를 흡수해서 자신의 덩치를 크게 키우거나 오히려 그 힘을 감당하지 못해서 자신의 몸을 갉아먹히는 등
좀 더 몸집이 점점 커지는 형태로 가고 있어요. 그래서 1페이지 했을 때 이만큼이었으면 2페이지에선 좀 더 커지고 3페이지에서는 너무 커져서 자기의 몸이 지탱을 할 수 없으니까 지면에 아예 땅을 딛는 형태로 보스는 엄청 큰데 우리 편이 작기 때문에 물리적인 거리가 안 나오는 거예요. 긴 팔을 가지고 있지만은 뭔가 직접적인 공격을 하는 형태의 보스는 아니라고 생각했기 때문에
가지고 있는 스킬 자체가 좀 그 이 세계와는 좀 다른 되게 어둡고 되게 기분 나쁜 스킬들을 좀 가지고 있습니다. 예를 들어서 어떤 몬스터한테 지속 피해를 부여했을 때 그 몬스터는 해제를 하지 않는 이상 끊임없이 그 지속 피해에 노출되게 됩니다. 그리고 어떤 몬스터한테 3턴 동안 이제 엄청 강력해지는 버프 같은 효과를 부여해주지만은 결국 3턴 뒤에 바로 즉사시켜버리는 그런 무시무시한 스킬도 가지고 있습니다.
이 던전을 만들게 된 취지랑 비슷한 것 같은데요. 보상도 그와 마찬가지로 좀 등급에 상관없이 모두가 만족할 수 있는 보상을 줄 수 있는 게 뭐가 있을까? 그 중에 하나가 좀 고대 룬이었어요. 확정적으로 좀 좋은 옵션에 고대 전설 룬을 소환사분들한테 줄 수는 없을까? 그리고 한 가지 더 바람은 높은 등급과 낮은 등급 간의 격차를 좀 좁힐 수 있지 않을까라는 기대도 조금 하고 있습니다. 물론 룬 하나로 충분히 되진 않겠지만
기존의 카이로스, 기존의 차원홀에서 좀 더 추가가 되지만 새롭게 열리는 컨텐츠라고 봐도 무방하거든요. 되게 많은 RNG를 했었고 많은 고민했었고
소환사 여러분들이 생각지도 못한 몬스터들을 사용해서 공략할 때 좀 굉장히 기분이 좋았는데 이번에 생기는 보스 몬스터들도 좀 그런 새로운 몬스터들이 많이 나왔으면 좋겠습니다.
즐길 거리가 굉장히 많으니까 유저분들도 재미있게 플레이해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
늦게나마 지난 6년 동안 서머너저를 많이 사랑해주신 소환사 여러분들께 감사의 인사드리고요.
앞으로 더 많은 사랑 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the shift. Seppi, let me ask you this: what's your favorite breakfast food?
It's definitely a bowl of cereal.
Bowl of cereal. Yeah, I completely agree. Guys,
we're finally back, guys. Really happy to be with you. And now we're gonna have our unique opportunity of asking a Q&A with our summoners, the content creators from around the world. 60 people will have the chance to submit their questions about these updates, details to the devs, and they will answer here for you. So we'll be ready. So if you guys have any doubts in chat, this might be the moment that your representatives will ask them to the developers and get the answer for you.
Exactly. And at the Q&A, we're going to be having Kim Tae-young, the head of the studio. He's the developer that we spoke with earlier. And also Ji-young So, I believe is the pronunciation, leader of the design team. So that's pretty cool, because the designs that we've been seeing in Summoners War as of late have been a pretty vast diversion from what we've seen in the past.
The druids, dude.
I know the
They're
druids.
my
starting with
favorite
the druids.
monster.
Awesome. Oh, my pronunciation was correct. Thank you so much. I'm just really glad to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. Guys, so we're going to be introducing some of the content creators that are up there. We're going to be doing a Q&A session right now, and they're going to be able to ask their questions directly to the developer himself. This is a really rare opportunity, and I'm hoping that somebody's going to ask some of the questions that I have on my mind.
Exactly, me too.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool as well.
Yeah, once again, Kim Tae-young is introducing himself, and he seems very excited and happy, as we are, with this new content coming out.
Yeah, he's very excited. And now the head of design is also introducing themselves too. We saw him from the video. And we're about ready to be introducing the first content creator. And we're going to be finding out with you guys who's asking the questions. This is all being done live.
Em português, galera, vamos ter umas perguntas agora de vários criadores de conteúdo ao redor do mundo e os desenvolvedores e também o chefe, esse daí é o desenvolvedor principal do Summoners War e também o designer-chefe do Summoners War vão responder essas perguntas. Tendremos preguntas de los creadores de contenido del mundo entero y serán respondidas por el jefe de diseño y el desenvolvedor jefe de Summoners War.
And right now they're just asking how confident they are that they'll be able to answer all the questions that are being thrown out. We're going to have to see what he's going to be doing for all this stuff, because I'm sure people are going to be asking some pretty hard questions. We got some good people
Of
representing
these
us there.
things, what was the one that sparked the most doubt in your mind?
Doubt?
Yeah, the one that you have the most questions about.
I have a lot of questions about how artifacts are
Artifacts,
going to work
yeah.
still.
For me, I'm expecting a lot of questions about
the
artifacts.
because it's the brand new stuff. Because I mean, GB12 is pretty amazing. DB12 is pretty amazing.
But
But
we
like
know
we
what's
know
going on.
what's going on.
It's
We're going
just-
to be getting
it's
a
just
6-star,
good.
and
It's just really,
just
really
dope.
good.
I want to know more about the artifacts. I want to know what's going to happen. So now they're going. Oh, okay, cool. So they're going to be they're talking right now. They're talking about some of the questions that might be asked. They're bringing up things like the monthly dungeon. They're bringing up things like the artifacts and talking about how they interact with different portions of the game as well. And so that's what he's thinking about right now. He's talking about things that have been discussed by the Summoners War community for the last 5-6 years now, and just how they're going to do it. So right now they're just sort of speculating about whether or not he's going to feel comfortable and have an answer ready for literally everything, because he might not have an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Well,
and maybe some things are not even finished, like the touches are not finished. So let's see what they can bring to the table. And oh, this is interesting.
oh, they're talking about
Oh my
That's what they're talking about right now. He's like, oh, can create animations.
you know what the boss of design's gonna say. Leave that in. I did a lot of work.
Yeah, he's like, I
we
did a
want
lot
to
of
see
work
the
on it.
animations.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about right now. Oh, they're asking the head of design what he thinks.
Yeah,
he's like, oh,
what is he gonna say?
What I think about create
Throw
animations?
throw my job
He
away.
says, well, it's symbolic. That was a quote. It's symbolic. It shows our determination of our development, and that's true. He's talking about how it shows all of the different designs that they put their heart and soul into, is what he's saying. They spend a lot of time on that, and he wants to show it. That's what he's talking about right now. Oh, that's really funny. I'd like to ask him that too. That was very apt that they asked him that.
And now he's saying that he was thinking a lot about those effects and how they make the game a little bit slower, but maybe if the players have a way of just like leaving it on auto, it's fine. Like the problem is mostly when you're trying to rush through something like TOA, when people do TOA races and they're trying to get.
And my friend crits on her third skill for some reason. Like I'm just putting immunity up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's only the part where you notice it, right? It's when it's mostly the supports.
And they're saying that they're open to discuss this now. They're taking a lot of opinions, so they're trying to see if it's possible to.
That's the biggest thing about this update for me, is that it shows how much goes on inside. Like they're thinking about, they have all these internal discussions, and they're willing to think about breaking tradition. They're like, we've had crit animations for a long time. Maybe we should challenge that idea. Like maybe let's bring something new. It's like we've been stuck with GB10 for a while. Could we do GB12? What would be in that? I'm a big fan of it, if I'm being real. And then, so right now they're still talking about that. They're talking about all the different things that they're going to be talking about in this Q&A. And they're about ready to lead into it. And they're hoping maybe to talk less. That's funny. Less burden on that. Oh, there you go. So now they're saying the questions are kind of lighting up. They're kind of lighting up
People
right
are getting
now.
heated up, and apparently the influencers are sending their questions right now, and we're gonna see the first one of them. Once in Love.
Once in Love. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and
introducing him. Once in Love has been since the beginning with us. One of our oldest content creators. His channel on Twitch. Amazing guy. Loves theory crafting. Great arcade player.
He's a super intelligent.
Always finishes top 10 in TOA.
He's in 2 videos on our channel too.
So he has a very interesting
Once in Love, I
question
play on the
right now
global
that he's
server,
gonna pose about
and
the
I've been playing for
monthly
about
dimension.
5 years, but I stream every single
Let's hear
day.
his introduction real quick.
So my question is, with the monthly dimensional dungeon, you've mentioned that it moves to different areas in the dimensional hole, but I'm wondering, is that also going to rotate the boss's mechanics, kind of like different bosses in TOA?
네, 안녕하세요. 글로벌 서버에서 5년째 플레이하고 스트림하고 있는 그 차원을 이동하게 되면서 보스의
Okay, there we go. So reiterating on that one more time. So his question was,
with this monthly dimensional dungeon, is there a plan to have it rotate in different bosses mechanics, so akin to TOA? Will it change since it goes from one dimension to the other dimension?
good question. I briefly brought this up just as, speculating.
Yeah.
I was talking about how the different dimensions already have rule sets applied for each one. Like Karzan currently is Nat 4s or below, right?
Yeah.
Alunia is all the same element, and then Lumel is just 15 star limit. Is something like that going to be there? So right now that it's being interpreted. So we're going to get the question answered live, and then it's going to be brought to us. So we'll let you know about that. Oh.
And just so people in Brazil, since we're not having that translation right now, a pergunta é se cada vez que esse chefão, primeiro o chefão mensal no buraco dimensional, muda de local, ele vai ter mecânicas diferentes, os skills dele vão mudar ou as regras vão mudar.
Cool.
Let's just see moving around from Karzan to Alunia and from Alunia to Lumer. And of course there is a limit to entering those dungeons, and I hope you guys will have fun trying to figure out a new build to bring down the boss. And of course the boss's attribute will also change, and it will require manual plays.
끝난
Awesome.
거군요.
Thank you very much.
이게 답변을 듣고 저걸 들었는데도 모르겠어요. 네, 어찌됐든 네, 뭐 답변이 됐는지 모르겠습니다. 우리 팀장님 지금 채팅창에 별명이 생긴 거 아세요? 예. 뭔가요? 대한민국 채팅창에서 수천 분께서 별명을 지어주셨습니다. 바코드라고. 바코드요? 머리 모양 때문에.
Okay, so it looks like the answer was delivered. We don't have audio for the moment, so we won't be able to know his answer. But that's the answer. There you go, translated directly live. I'll watch it later. I'll go watch the VOD after this. Awesome. That was once in love. That was once in love. And remember that we still have we're still gonna have a bunch.
Yeah, I think we have over 10 questions.
What? That's really funny.
They just did a burn. They just did a burn live.
Yo, that was funny. Wow, that was funny. That was really funny. That was really funny. Oh, okay. It looks like someone's trying to translate the answer for us so we can hear it as well. In the moment.
So he's talking now about the crit animations. He's saying that a lot of the players in Korea have a different opinion from the global players, the players on the Western side, the cultures, and the communities are extremely different. And we've seen that.
Summoners War's a global game.
Yeah, that we represent this side of the world. We've clashed even with people from different places. And the second question also comes from another part of the world. The first one from the US, second one comes from Europe with Obabo.
Obabo! Okay, we'll let Obabo introduce himself here.
Yeah.
Hello, please introduce yourself, like where you're from, and please ask your question right away.
Not only a streamer, but
hello
an
everyone,
SWC
I'm from
amazing
Sweden.
RTA player.
My name is Obabo and I play on the Europe server. So I was wondering if these new Kairos dungeons are going to be limited to energy like the ones we currently have, or if they're going to be limited in terms of playability, like for example the dimensional.
네, 안녕하세요. 유럽 서버에서 플레이하고 있는 오바보라고
These new
합니다.
Kairos dungeons are limited to energy like the older ones, or are they limited in terms of playability or other type of different rules?
Nice, and I'm happy to hear that too because I obviously I personally like it to be traditional energy. We've seen a lot of different consumables added into the game as well. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what they're going to say. I think Obabo's got a good question. That's something that I thought of too. It's like, because traditionally with new items, they introduce a new energy. I mean, even with ancient runes, which aren't too far off from regular runes, right? They introduced it. My personal thought, and this is by no means the actual answer, we'll get the actual answer shortly. I would think that it'd be energy, because it's in the same realm as the other dungeons.
Yeah, I think too that
it's in Kairos, right? Like, we introduced the dimension energy because it was a new place. It was a new dimensional. So.
And about the first question, some people were asking about it. So what they said is that the monthly dungeon will be reset every month, and the boss will move from dimension to dimension, so it will be affected by the limitations of each one of those. So like Evan said, in Karzam there's some limitations.
For each
you can
one,
only
right?
use 4 stars in certain ones, in other ones you have a limit of stars, etc.
Awesome. Yeah, there we go. So it's even more viable now because the stats will be boosted by 10. So looking back here, he's given quite a detailed answer. I kind of appreciate where he's coming from because I would have just said energy or not energy. I appreciate it. I appreciate the detail.
Yeah. Use energy. Yeah.
Use energy. All right.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
9 energy.
Sounds like that's the case.
9 energy need.
Sounds like you were right.
And
It'll
drop
be normal energy,
percentage
part of the
growing up.
Kairos, and it should.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Do you drunken?
If I drink.
Many people say.
Yeah, the thing is,
oh,
how much energy will
he's
we spend
drunken.
for the B12s?
I mean, you can ask Yunja.
That's what I want to do.
이건 못 알아들었어요. 통역분께 네네 한번 얘기를.
네.
As MC has said, there will be no changes to usage of energies. It's the same as before DB10, GB10. We will use 8 energies for 10th floor. And as for the 11th floor and 12th floor, it will use up to 9 energies. And for the rune drop rates, for legendary 6-star runes, it will increase by 2.5%. 2.5 times, and there will be no drops for 5-star runes anymore. And I hope everyone was able to understand my presentation before. Thank you.
야, 이렇게 길게 얘기가 되는군요. 네, 네. 스웨덴에서 오바보 선수는 직접 뛰었던 선수잖아요.
예,
네.
그 작년에 SWC 진출됐던 플레이어고 지금
네.
또 상위 랭크에서 굉장히 지금 좋은 활약을 펼치고 있는 올해 SWC 출전도 유력한 선수입니다.
그리고 굉장히 그
And now
독특한
to go
플레이를
back
많이
explaining
보여줘서 또
Obabo's history. I remember meeting Obabo live at the Europe Cup, SWC 2019. He was a participant there. He's a really intelligent player. Honestly, if you guys haven't followed him already, you totally should. Same with Once in Love. All these guys have Twitch channels, YouTube channels. You probably already are familiar with them, but oh, there we go. Cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
9 energy. Nice.
Yeah. So everything will be like that. It'll still be energy. The V12s will use 9 energy, and it'll increase just like before. Yeah, and people they're talking about the SWC from this year. They'll be completely online. The invitations were sent out already. So if you're a G3 player, check your email box because you might be in there. We'll have the regions like we had last year. They're talking about the Europe Cup, the Asia Cup, the Americas Cup. So that should be very interesting to select the best players in the world to go again. But this time, completely online.
Yeah, completely online. SWC can't be kept down. It's gonna happen regardless. SWC 2020 going all online, contactless. That's hard to say. Just like this. It's the hardest thing I've had to say all day. All right, guys, and now, so that was the second question. Looks like we're moving on to the third one right now. This one's gonna be from AD Kong. And so, introducing himself right now, he has a question. He's going to say, do the artifacts have limitation in some occasions?
สวัสดีทุกคนนะครับ
Every
ก็
nat
นี่
5,
แอดกล้อง
will there
นะ
be
ครับ
a
จาก
big gap between
นะ
high
ครับ
tier
ก็
monsters and
คำถาม
lower tier?
ที่จะถาม
And
ก็จะถาม
will it
ว่า
continue? Will it
artifact
continue
เนี่ย
to
มันมีข้อ
amplify
จำกัด
the difference between
ว่า
nat 5s and lower natural star rated monsters? I think that's a great question.
I would love to hear
And
about that.
that's-
I actually think it's the opposite.
Yeah, and that's something. That's a great point. It'll make it more viable for certain skills that you want to play with. Like you'll have the tools to make it work a little better.
Yeah.
And it's not about stats, right? It's about amplifying what makes the monster.
It doesn't
cool.
have percentages.
But
That's the thing.
The
It's
part
the
of that,
flats.
the part of that question that I'm really hoping gets answered too is the limitations part. It's
Mhm.
like, can we use it in RTA? Is it just for PvP or PvE rather? Like that's what I want to know about.
Well, if they showed it in the Rune Manager,
that makes me think it's everywhere.
Exactly.
That makes me think it's everywhere.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So he's asking, showing his little sharky there, and it up, and hopefully we can hear a little bit about it from Kim Tae-ya.
Mm-hmm.
아티팩트 그 적용 제한 사항이 있는지하고 그다음에 태오성 뭐 이런 몬스터별로 뭔가 차이가 있는지 뭐 이런 질문을 하신 것 같거든요.
Now their biggest worry is that gap.
등급 몬스터의 태생 등급과 상관없이 사용할 수 있을 거고요. 대신에 육성까지 진화된 몬스터에게만 착용할 수 있습니다. 그리고 또 아티팩트는 속성이랑 타입으로 나눠져 있어서요. 그 속성에 맞는 아티팩트를 착용해야 되고
He said that it
그
can be
타입에 맞는
applied to
아티팩트를
everyone. There's
착용해야지
no
사용할
limitations
수
between
있습니다.
stars. So nat 5s, nat 4s, nat 3s, nat 1s, everyone, maybe even your Devilmon, that 6-star Devilmon that you
몬스터별로
built.
좀
Can have a
나눠
stronger
좀
third skill,
스펙 차이가 더
right?
나실
But
수
a
있다는
big thing is
말씀인데
the monster
오히려
has to be 6-star
그런
to be
스펙 차이를
equipped
좀 좁힐 수 있는
with
기능을
artifacts.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing to note, actually.
옵션들이
And there's a partial limitation that is the types and the attributes that are limited. So you can only equip accordingly to that monster, right? Like we spoke about it. So if it's a wind monster, wind artifact. You can't equip the fire artifact on it.
And it looks like right now, just they're still talking about the gap.
그래요? 좀 대립각을 세우시는 것 같아서 여쭤봤습니다.
아닙니다. 저는 그냥 통역해 주시는 분이 되게 힘드시겠다 이런 생각을 하고 있었던 거고요.
왜냐면 진짜 통역하시는 분들이 서머너조에 푹 빠져 계신 분이 아니면 사실 통역하기가 쉽지가 않으시긴 할 거예요.
깊이가 있는 내용이기도 해서 방금 내용은 굉장히 통역하시기 어려우시겠다는 생각이 좀 많이 들었고, 뭐 저는 개인적으로 지영 팀장 의견을 굉장히 동의하는 편이고요. 저희가 뭐 지난 행사 때도 말씀드렸지만 뭐 태생 등급이 높다고 해서 저희가 뭐 가치가 더 높아지는 형태의 어떤 이런 밸런스는 하고 싶지 않아서.
Remember, guys, there's people from all over the world, different languages. So they're trying to get
번역을
the
좀
questions
통역을
from
좀
them to
부탁드리겠습니다.
Korean, then from Korean to English.
เป็นคำตอบจากทีม
So
นะคะ
yeah.
เขาบอกว่า artifact สามารถใส่ได้โดยไม่มีข้อจำกัด แต่ทีนี้ artifact จะแบ่งเป็น 2 อย่าง
AD
อย่าง
Kong
ที่
is
ได้
from
ทราบไป
Thailand,
ตอน
right,
ที่
if I'm
present
not
ตอนแรก
mistaken.
คือจะแบ่งเป็น artifact ตามธาตุและ artifact ตามประเภทนะคะ ซึ่งเพราะฉะนั้นถ้าเกิดเราใส่ artifact ให้เหมาะสมกับธาตุหรือประเภทของ monster ก็จะไม่มีปัญหา ส่วนที่กังวลเรื่องที่
Look at that. That's awesome.
monster ที่
The little rapper
ดาว
hat.
ระดับต่ำหรือแบบ
Oh, so
พว
the
กระดับ
artifact can be
ระดับ
used for
ต่ำ
every
ระดับ
monster, but
กลาง
only 6-star
เขาจะแบบ
monster.
มีปัญหา
Can only
แบบมี
apply
ความ
for the
ต่าง
right
มากเกิน
attribute,
ไป
right type.
คิดว่าถ้าลองเล่นไปแล้วน่าจะไม่มีปัญหาค่ะ คือสเปคของ monster ไม่ได้เอฟเฟกต์กับตรงนี้มากค่ะ
끝났다. 카 하면 끝난 거야. 태국어가 카 이렇게 하면 끝난 거야.
실시간으로 배우시는군요. 예.
근데 확실히 태국어를 또 잘하시네. 예, 전달이 잘 되는지 모르겠는데 아까 이분께서
Yeah, we already talked about it.
거네요.
So only
네,
6-star
이거
monsters
알려주시면
can have it. The only limitation is the right type and the right attribute.
Right. Again, like we said a little while ago, they can be used for everybody. But some of them are designed to be advantageous for certain monsters, and they're just generally saying that in general, it's going to make your monsters better no matter which one.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting for 3 stars and 4 stars, especially because since they affect skills, there's a lot of monsters that have skills that sometimes lack a little bit of a push, and this might be that extra damage, that extra heal that you need on certain monsters to make them viable. For example, did someone in chat know that the Harpu, the light one, so Colleen's sister, reduced attack bar like Lauren? No, people didn't know that. And AD Kong has another question, and it's also about the artifacts. So will also they have a set effect like runes? If there is, what's the difference compared to runes? I don't think they have an effect, especially from the images that we saw.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Thank you to Come To Us Dad, by the way, for the translations on the questions. I appreciate it.
만약에 있다면
What's the
룬과
difference compared to
차이점이
runes? That's a
뭘까요?
great question.
좋은 질문이다.
심도 있는 질문.
이건 좋은 질문이다.
예.
세트 효과가 있나요?
네, 아티팩트는 룬과 다르게 세트
looks like
효과는
they're debating
없고요.
about that
그
right now. They're talking
아티팩트별로
to see what
그
the answer is.
옵션들이 그런 기존의 룬 세트처럼 그런 고유한 능력을 가지고 있기 때문에 따로 세트 효과는 없습니다. 네.
그냥 쓰시면 된답니다.
Looks like they do not have set
통역
effects,
부탁드릴게요.
which we would assume, right?
Yeah, that's what we saw.
Because they didn't have it didn't say vampire
And,
artifact.
yeah, and it said set effect on top, and it only had the violent and the will.
Right.
And it wouldn't make sense because the artifacts are based on attribute and element. So
Yeah.
how can you make like a
Right.
set out of that?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's overcomplicating something. It's just 2 of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very different. It's very different. It doesn't affect just stats like the runes. It affects skills. It affects specific abilities. So it's a completely new realm to the game per se.
언제까지 대법만 할 수는 없잖아요.
예, 아예 오히려 방송을 접고 잠깐 좀 파밍의 시간 가져야 되지 않을까 이런 생각도 가지고요. 예. 일단 몬스터 가지고
And there
지금
are
제가
right now
생각하고
they're
있어요. 이
discussing
전략이
about
있어요.
if they're
예.
what they're going to be using the artifacts for, how much they're going to be using it.
Yeah, and like we said, that's probably the main topic of questions because it's the newest thing. It's a new concept brought into the game. So we might see a lot of questions about it because people are just extremely curious. Now we have Subaru from Japan
はじめまして。
introducing themselves right
日
there.
本で、ビジュアル
Let's
系
see
バ
what
ン
their
ドロイズ
question
でサマナーズを楽しませていただいてます。ボーカルのスバル、対馬よしこです。かっこいいな、キピンティスです。皆さんいつ
They
も
asked
ありがとうございます。そしてアップデート
can
情報
we
お疲れ様
apply
で
the
す。
artifacts in the world arena?
Finally,
NRTA.
somebody asks.
Yeah, the
Amazing.
big questions. huh?
Amazing.
はい、
That's what we want to know.
Hard-hitting
ちょっと動画
journalism.
にも
That's what I
なん
want.
ですけども、
That's what we want to
新しく
know.
実装されるアーティファクトは、ワールドアリーナを含むすべてのコンテンツで、使わ
And
使
what
わ
do you
れ
think,
る、
Evan? Would you
反
like
映
to
さ
see
れる
that
の
in the
か
world
という
arena?
ことを
Do you
知り
think
た
it
い
would
です。
be
お願いし
like an
ます。
overcomplication? What do you think? With SWC around the corner?
I don't necessarily know if I'd call it an overcomplication, only because when you think about when you see a monster, you don't necessarily have to think about like, oh, I wonder what effect is going to be. You think about what you know about the monster, and naturally you're going to want to enhance the effect that they know. So it's like illusion, for example. You want to enhance the third skill damage and ignore defense damage, right? You don't have to speculate too hard on what it might be. It's more than likely going to be on the thing that makes the monster better at the thing they're good at doing.
I completely agree. It's not a big surprise because if you see a monster, you know what type of attribute he has and what type of monster he is. But this just brings maybe new monsters to the table, which I think is very exciting for SWC. We might see very different comps, new counters to other monsters, and Kim Tae-young is just saying right now that yes,
they are
will
nice.
be applicable
They
to
are.
RTA. So SWC probably will have some of those hanging around.
That's great, big numbers coming out of that damage. So it looks like they're having an active discussion about it right now. Right now they're saying it will be applicable to World Arena, but at the same time they're just discussing it. And he's saying something similar. Once the artifacts are introduced, monsters can be strategically played with and make them more fun. And that's kind of what we were saying. You don't really have to think too hard about what Illusion is going to have as far as a sub-attribute, because you're going to want to make it that ignore defense effect, right? Probably.
Yeah. The cool thing is sometimes it might bring monsters that we didn't see as good monsters for RTA. Now with this, like, it's kind of getting a small buff. You know, it's kind of getting a percentage buff that might make this monster usable to certain parts of the game, not only RTA.
우리 그 질문자에게 우리 통역사분께서 통역을 좀 부탁드립니다.
There we go. So they said exactly that.
アーティファクトはワールドアリーナを含めに全て適用される予定です。内部でいろいろな検討をしたのですけども、アーティファクトを導入することによってたくさんのモンスターが戦略的に活用されるということを予想しているので、ワールドアリーナにも他のコンテンツにも適用することに決めました。ただ最後までバランステストを行っていく予定ですので、サービス良いサービスになるように頑張っていきたいと思います。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。楽しませていただきます。
근데 일본 분들 항상 끝날 때
Alright, there they go. They're saying their goodbye.
이러는데 그거 잘못됐습니다.
So we're just going to be preparing for the next question.
Yeah, next up is a friend of ours. We've had it on stream.
You had him on stream?
Yeah, we love him. Directly
again
from France. We're gonna have him introduce himself, Junpei.
Yeah.
분명히 일본에서 밥 먹기 전에 이렇게 이타다키마스 이렇게 하고 밥을 먹거든요. 근데 말 끝날 때 자꾸 이타다키마스를
I had the opportunity to meet Junpei back in.
Oh, guys in chat are asking in Portuguese. Os artefatos sim poderão ser usados na RTA e eles pensaram muito sobre isso, mas querem que seja usado porque realmente não é uma coisa que traz muita surpresa, porque tem um tipo definido já.
There he is. There's Junpei. We'll let him ask the question.
Bonjour, veuillez vous présenter puis poser votre question.
Bonjour, c'est Junpei. Écoutez, ça fait 6 ans que je stream du Summoner's War et que enfin non 5 ans et que 6 ans que je joue. Et la question c'était, pourriez-vous nous partager quelques informations concernant les nouveaux monstres qui seront seconds éveillés?
안녕하세요. 프랑스에서 온 준페이라고 합니다. 서머너즈 워를 즐긴 지는 6년 됐고 스트리밍을 한 지는 5년 됐습니다. 질문 드리겠습니다. 현재 개발 중인 신규 2차 각성 몬스터를 공유해 주실 수 있나요?
Question.
네네.
신규 2차
Question. So he's
같은
asking about,
경우에는
are they at liberty to share what monsters are being developed for Secondary Awakening? That's a great question. I think it's something that I see people discussing a lot. I hashtag bark for Tark.
If
dude.
they say Hellhounds,
If
we're
they say
about to
Hellhound,
jump.
Bark for Tark, dude. Group Hunt brings 3, 4.
If they say Hellhounds, I say how high?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay,
Those
so
would be amazing.
좀 조심스러운데.
great question. Glad he's asking that.
컨셉은 죽음의 차원 뭐 이런 형태로 해서
Oh,
지금
cool.
컨셉을
Okay,
좀
so he's saying right now that they don't want to share any
생각하고
names, but they're going to be updating a new dimension in the future, and new dimensions.
Whoa, so new dimension, another place for the new boss to jump to.
Said half of this year, but I can't pinpoint when it'll go through. Okay, cool. So I mean, obviously it's great to hear that we're still going to be seeing frequent updates even after the massive update comes out, right? Dude, this update's so big. It's really good, but it's good to hear that they're already planning stuff coming afterwards.
Ok, merci.
네, 고맙습니다.
Looks like they're saying third, fourth quarter of the year, but it's hard to tell exactly.
해드리면 이제 그걸 딱 준비할 거 아니에요. 예, 조금 곤란한
Very good
질문이었나.
questions.
팀장님
I'm glad
대립감 혹시
somebody asked.
없습니까?
And I was really curious about the World Arena part too.
Yeah, for me that's the main thing. I want to know about right now, about what's going on with this update. You know, looking into the future is great, and we might think that like we have way more new monsters and new 2As coming out, but I want to see how this affects the game. I'm excited to try all these artifacts on a lot of different monsters.
Yeah.
지금 얘기를 들어보면 확실히
Looks like they're going to be transitioning
프로서분들은
into the next one.
앞으로의 개발 계획이라든가
Two-way serpents, you'd like Shylock.
Wait,
That's
who
what
said
you'd like.
serpents?
Somebody suggested.
Hey, Jerry, I love you.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
Two-way
I was using
serpent.
Shylock
Yeah, that's really
this
funny.
week.
Okay, looks like we have 5 more questions left. Looks like we got five
So
more
total of
questions
10.
in the time here.
또 새로운 이차적성 몬스터들 원하는 게 아닌가 하는 생각이 듭니다.
Looks like they're kind of.
People are saying Drunken Master. Who said that? I love you too.
That'd be really fun.
어디신지 인사 부탁드리고 네 바로 질문을 좀
Okay, so who do we have
부탁드리겠습니다.
up right now? Okay.
Directly from Taiwan, we have
Duoa.
Duoa. Nice.
Will,
大家
oh, very
好，
cool.
我是
Awesome.
来
Okay,
自
so
台
we'll let
湾
him
的多
introduce
多啊
himself.。
那这边呢，我想要请问一下，就是说新出的筋膜石头，它之后可不可以透过筋膜精炼石做附属的洗刷跟强化的部分？就这样，谢谢。
네, 안녕하세요. 대만에서 온 도도와라고 합니다.
Nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the Will there be
앞으로
sub options
티켓들도
and converting
옵션
systems
변경
like gems
시스템과
and
로마서
grindstones?
같은 거 나온 건지 궁금합니다.
I can't wait to hear about this. So like,
Yeah.
if you
So-
don't roll the
Yeah. Will there? Basically, what he's asking is: 1, will we have reapps for artifacts? 2, will
Can we
we have
grind them?
grinds or jams for artifacts?
So again, we won't have to speculate for very long because they're going to bring us the answer soon. But while they're giving it and while we're having it translated, my thought would be that would be something that they would probably include just because it's kind of akin to a rune and it features like a rune, like it's next to the rune, so maybe that's something. But yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that this would be something more unique. So I wouldn't want to follow the same pattern of other parts of the game, at least this far. So let's see what they say if they're gonna do something on the same.
It would be interesting. The only reason why I would kind of expect it is because since it seems there's going to be such a wide, like there's going to be just such a vast breadth of like qualities you can have, it'd be kind of nice to earn them in the background and add them in if you can't get that same one, that exact one that you want. But you know, Cornerstone system is a little bit okay, cool. So right now they're going into it. So they're saying they expect to have some sort of converting system that could change just one option. They say that they're going to share more detailed information in a developer's note later. The main reason a new feature is to make the farming more enjoyable. Okay, yeah, that's great. A great answer. So make
So no reapps for the
no
artifacts.
reapps. Yeah, I think another because we already have 2 different reapps in the game.
Yeah.
We've got ancient reapps, we got regular reapps. So I like that. If they were going to choose one, I'm glad it's that one.
확실히 PD님은 이 정통 게임파신 것 같아요.
And apparently say that the change system will be incorporated in this update.
Yeah.
팀장님은 약간 new generation?
That would be cool just because if I'm trying to get the right artifact, I'd like to have some sort of say in one of those sub options. I'm glad that they're not doing a re-app for it at the time. Glad that they're just doing the one change.
혹시 회사에서 평상시에 이런 거 갖고 이제 당연히 저는 개발자분들이 당연히 토론을 하고 어떤 게 옳은 것인가에 대해서
We're
의견을
talking
많이
about
나눌
right
거
now how
아니에요.
the head
이런
of
부분에
design
대해서 두
is a
분은
little bit younger and kind of a new generation, so they have different styles of gaming and
I'm happy to
seeing
hear
games.
that. You know
So they're clashing a little bit.
Because like a lot can happen in 6 years, right? A lot of ideas can be placed and set in stone and thought like this is Summoner's War, but new players, new blood can come in and say, actually, could we maybe challenge that idea?
We're different.
Yeah,
We're
I know.
very different
You and I have
gamers.
completely different ideas about stuff. That's why we work so well together. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that they have a similar system in place there.
And he's saying, do they ask if they fight? He said, we agree and disagree sometimes.
That sounds like that sounds
That
like
sounds like they fight.
that sounds right. That sounds like a productive fight. That's what it sounds like. Oh, he says he always respects his opinion. That's
Oh,
really
you better.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you got to talk. You're equals, right?
우리 박호 팀장에게 많이
Very
밀립니다.
cool.
뭐 기획 분야에 있어서는 이랬는데 팀장님은 전혀 그렇지 않다.
I don't think he's saying the truth. I think yeah, he
원래
respects
이제
him.
기획이랑 개발이 다른 분야다 보니까 이제 의견 대립 같은 것도 있을 수도 있는데 뭔가 다른 의견들이 막 이 대립을 하면서 서로 의논하면서
He's talking
좀 더
about
나은
the
결과를 도출할 수
boss,
있는 긍정적인
the boss
것
relate, like
같다라고
he's their
생각합니다.
boss, so they're talking
저희
about
아까
that relationship in the office
통역으로
right now.
답변을 못 드렸어요. 예, 그래서 통역으로 답변을 좀 드리도록 하겠습니다.
我们开发这个新的魔矿这一项道具呢的目标是希望可以带来玩家一些新的刷道具的乐趣。那至于像是符文的金魔精炼的系统呢，我们预计是会跟它有点不一样的。目前我们的计划是预计会推出一个可以改变魔矿其中一个属性的变换系统。那像是金魔石那样子的形式的话，目前是没有计划的。那关于有关比较详细的内容呢，晚一点我们会透过开发者日志公布给大家看。那敬请稍微期待一下哦。谢谢。
지금 방금
네,
우리가 얘기한 이 내용들을 다 통역하신 건 아니겠죠? 왜냐면 우리 굉장히 짧았잖아요. 그런 계획 없습니다 이랬잖아요. 근데 굉장히 통역이 길어서 두 분이 대립각 세운다는 얘기 통역하신 거 아닌가?
내부 사정까지 전부 다
네.
통역하셨을 수도 있겠는데.
네. 아무튼 뭐 네, 많이 기다려주셔서
So right now it
고맙고요.
sounds like they're trying to
고맙습니다.
make sure that everything that the person asked is translated back to them properly, right? They want to make sure that all of the answer was communicated. Okay, and it looks like they're thanking them now. Again, guys, so we still have a few questions remaining, and those are going to be translated live.
얘기를 나누고 시간을 끄는 점이 있다는 점, 네, 조금만 양해를
And they're just reiterating that they're actually collecting questions from a bunch of different countries. So many representatives from all over the world.
Now, from Korea, we have
네,
the
안녕하세요.
next
네, 한국
question.
서버에서 하고 있는
looks like this is
배우르그입니다.
from,
다행이다. 마음 편해졌어요. 네, 배우르그님 어떤 질문
네.
가지고 오셨나요?
일단
wow.
오늘 패치가 좀
He's
굉장히 새로운 것
being
같은데
very direct.
이게
Yes.
언제
Wow.
도입이 되는지
So he's
패치가
asking,
언제
can you tell us
되는지
when will be
추가적으로
the update
자동
and
연속 사냥
when the
기능도 추가된다고
autoplay
말씀하셨는데
feature
그게 이제
can be
검토
applied
중이신데
or
이게
expected?
언제쯤에 만약에 도입이 될지 이것도 좀 궁금합니다.
So very direct.
Yeah, very direct.
Yeah, like not
Very
going around.
bold.
This guy sees a girl.
When
You want to
will
go out
be-
with me?
Let's go.
Dinner. I got the dinner
Dinner.
already for you. There's no running around.
Okay, here we go. So he's and this will be translated live from him.
현재 개발 막바지이고요. 다음 업데이트를 통해서 아마 여러분들께 선보일 수 있게 되지 않을까 생각이 됩니다. 그래서
He's saying that the presentation he gave
제가
today
좀
included
여러 가지
artifacts, the monthly
내부적인
dungeons,
그런 밸런스라든가
artifacts,
개발이 좀
and they're in the
남은
final
상태라서
phases of development for that right now.
다음
So
주
he's saying that he's sure that they can
약속드리긴
deliver it
조금 조심스럽지만
probably sooner than most people could
약속드릴 수 있는
expect.
거는 다음에 업데이트 되면
They just want to make sure that everything's touched up before they make it public.
Yeah, they want to make sure it's balanced before it comes out to not impact it
연속 자동
too hard.
전투 같은
And he
경우에는
can't say exactly the day, obviously.
Yeah, he's not going to give a definite timeline, and that's good. I want him to a degree, like he says it's almost soon, or it's almost ready to go out, but take the time to test it and make sure it's stable and all good.
아까 잠깐 말씀을 드리긴 했는데 연속 전투를 하면서 어떤
Yeah, and what he's saying is
관리 같은
those
것들
things are the ones that are coming out in this next update. So basically saying that the autoplay feature won't be in this immediate, that's going to be very soon update, and that they want to make it unique to the game and not just copy something and just put it in anyway, like, oh yeah, let's just throw in an autoplay feature and see how it goes. No, he's taking the
Look at that.
very
And
careful.
while you're using the feature, you could check out your runes, rune info, think about team and strategies. That's a great idea.
So you're not just wasting time, just like resting.
That's
You can
it.
do
So,
other
so what
stuff.
he's thinking when he talks about autoplay feature, he's not just thinking like play, set the phone down, go. He's saying you can still engage
Do
with different
productive
parts.
stuff if
That's
you want.
amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's kind of akin to what
Maybe
I've
we can
wanted.
be like in a
Dude,
chat room, you know,
that's
roasting
so
your
dope.
guildmates.
That's something that I've been wanting, and I know a lot of people in chat have been wanting too. It's like when you open up a rune in a dungeon, just power it up right then and there. This is kind of like that idea
Imagine
expanded.
if you're auto farming and then you can power up those runes that you haven't powered up, at least you're using
Dude,
time.
what if you could equip them to monsters live? That'd be. I don't know how that would work, but that's kind of cool. So I really like that answer. I really like that answer.
So that shows us that they're really working on it. So
Yeah.
you might expect that also after.
That would be, and that's more useful than what I thought. Because I was assuming if they're thinking autoplay, turn it on, and the screen goes off. I love that I could still potentially play the game with this idea. Reiterating, it won't be in this update, he's saying. However, they do have a different idea of how it can be applied, and it sounds like that they're thinking about this positively. And it's a great time for it, too, because they're adding in all these new dungeon floors, new dungeons, a monthly dungeon. Like, that's a lot of farming.
이게 도입의 시점을 지금 찾는 것이고 어떻게 해법을 찾는 것이다라는 건 도입이 되는 건 맞는데
Nice.
그것에 대해서 해결을 언제 할 수 있을지
I wasn't expecting that much detail about it.
I thought he was gonna totally like just dodge that one, you know? Like,
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
And he actually talked about the plans. That's dope, and that's a great plan. I'm super into that.
And now they're asking, when you say considering, are you saying that it might happen or that it will
Oh,
happen?
cool. Okay, that's wow. You're saying that? Okay. So they're asking him again. Is this going to be applied, or are you thinking about it? Very cool. Okay. Let's see what he says. Just want to make sure that we get the full thing. So he says the goal is to introduce it, but we had some initial concern, and I see where he's coming from. So they've been debating about it for a while. Said that they've had internal discussions, one way or the other, and he's saying that once we apply the autoplay, then we might lose some people from the game. Like they might get disinterested.
Especially now that we're getting so many new players because of the 6th anniversary. So you got to be really careful.
Your interest in the monsters that you're using could be diminished. You could just be generally disinterested in the game if you're disconnected from it like that. And so I think where he's coming from with that idea about interacting with different portions of the game is a really cool solution to that.
Yeah.
So they say that they're not going to apply a simple, like, copy-pasted autoplay idea. They want to make sure that if you're using it, you can still engrave runes, consider the team, improve other aspects. It's way better. Way better. Dude, it's like that's amazing.
So I like his idea of having this feature of like strategizing, runing, doing other stuff while doing so. It's something that it's very akin to what happened right now. We, on the rune manager, when you're upgrading runes, you couldn't chat, remember?
Right.
And they just added, so it was something very like time wasting. You're upgrading a rune, but you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
So he's thinking about that multitasking, doing different things, and not getting disconnected from the game.
Okay, so he's right now they're saying like while you're doing the autoplay, you can notice that better runes appeared, and then so you can go and like power it up, and then you could like bring it back. Wow, very cool. That was a great answer.
뭐든지 괜찮아요. 어떤 질문이 되셨습니다. 한번 해주시죠.
저한테 질문이 있을지 몰랐는데 그래도 준비해온 게 하나 있긴 하거든요.
아 그래요?
예.
막 정말 당황시키는 거 아니야?
네, 그 정도는 아니고요. 예.
So we'll have a question directly from Yoonja. He's also an influencer.
From Yang Hong on the studio? Yang Hong or Byung-jun?
That's Yoonja's name.
That's amazing.
Yoonja's his nickname.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know his name.
I do,
now.
and I've actually met him a few times.
You know what I like? People that have like these really cool
I was just called
nicknames and
Yoonja.
mysterious. You know, like you, for example.
Oh,
Nickname Evan. Real name Evan.
Very mysterious. I'm quite enigmatic, right? Like yeah,
this guy's
I'm
a
just a
puzzle.
mystery. Talking about any plans to make storage bigger. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
아티팩트를 설마 문창고에 같이
And will there
넣는다고요?
be storage for like what's the storage situation looking like for
Yeah,
artifacts?
yeah. Don't make it really small. We need a lot of storage.
Okay, Mr. So will take this.
하고요.
He'll take the question.
창고 확장이나 뭐 몬스터 창고 확장 같은 경우에는 제가 뭐
Are you going to make a separate storage situation? They will be stored. Hey, awesome. So it sounds like artifacts are not going to contribute to your rune storage. It's going to be stored as something completely separate.
Hopefully we can have like an artifact manager too, you know, you can see both of them in there and see how they affect the stats and the skills.
Yeah. I think the design team for Summoner's War does really good work, so I'm looking forward to see what the UI UX situation looks like for that. And right now he's talking about how more slots for monster and rune storage require a little bit more review. They're saying that they might do it when it becomes like overly necessary, because the thing is, they say it might take some time, but we'll continue to monitor. And I think their concern is coming from a storage situation, like an actual device. We're talking like more of a hardware limitation. Like Summoner's War is already a big game.
People already complain about it a lot,
Yeah.
especially in developing countries.
Right.
So you have to be careful about that.
Yeah, Summoner's War is a global game, and so they have to consider for everybody. And sometimes phone storage is a genuine concern. So, like how much memory a phone has.
하여튼 뭐 고민을 빨리 하셔서 좀 많은 분들의 고민을 좀 덜어주셨으면 좋겠다라는 생각이.
알겠습니다.
And they're talking about the artifact storage. Will there be artifact storage? And artifact storage. That's an interesting concept. They're saying not yet, but that leads me to ask what is artifact storage then? Is rune storage not the back? Is that maybe not what we're thinking? Oh, how much will be the artifact drop rate? Cool. Good question.
10층 기준으로 말씀드릴게요. 예. 드럼류 같은 경우는 아무래도 아티팩트가
Okay, cool. So
등급이 없고 그냥 뭐
basically they're saying that the drop rate of the legendary artifacts is slightly higher than legendary.
육성 전설 그 카이로스 육성 전설 룬
Slightly higher.
확률보다는
Oh, that
전설 아티팩트 룬이
6-star
확률이
runes.
더
Cool. That the legendary 6-star runes.
So you'll be coming across legendary artifacts a little bit more often than legendary.
룬보다 더
And I'm wondering if that's taking into account the new change
룬보다 더 잘.
in GB12.
It probably is because that's what
Because
they're
it would be
dealing with.
good. Right.
That's what they're dealing with.
판매.
So now we get guaranteed 6-star runes. Higher chances of getting the legendary 6-star runes on these B12s, and the artifacts also have higher chances. So what I see right now is a player starting playing Summoner's War with the recent changes for Arena, that you can get more Arena points to get your Arena towers up and everything. Maybe in 6 months to a year, you can have a really good account.
And that is
for players that just started.
That is light speed.
In our time,
yeah. When I was a kid,
1 year you're building DB10. Dude.
I do that. When I was a kid, it was nothing like that. So this is amazing for people at all levels of the game. This is going to bring down a bunch of barriers to entry for new players, which I'm always a fan of.
I'm loving this.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and the monthly thing, getting to choose that 6-star legendary ancient rune is also huge. That's
Having
a huge deal.
12 runes, that's like 2 full rune sets on a year. Do you know how hard it is to get that legendary rune?
And it's crazy.
But now we'll get more, and on top of that, we'll get guaranteed.
And I can choose the ones I need. Like that's great. And they're set. Like you know kind of what you're going to be offered. That's amazing.
This is gonna bring like a lot of people back to the game. I can guarantee you. Tomorrow, my phone when we finish this will have a lot of messages. That's all I got to say.
지금 채팅창에
Oh, and so it sounds like they were talking about will artifacts be purchasable
by packs?
By packs, and they said right now they don't know. Right now they're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have to see how.
So
it goes.
we try to see the possibility, but they won't put it out.
They're gonna
right
see
now.
how many people utilize it.
를 위해서 조금 요 난이도를 아까 그 왜 월간 보스 할 때처럼 조금 그런 방법을 혹시 생각하시는 게 있는지.
Good question.
요거 하나랑 그냥 앞으로 여러분들이 좋아하실 만한 업데이트.
So yeah, right now it doesn't seem like they have plans to do
뭐 마지막으로 혹시 할 얘기가
artifact packs.
있으시면
They're
좀
just kind of reflecting on that.
뭐 룬 관련된 그런 신규 소환사들의
my last
어떤
question. There we go.
서드나 접근성
What's the agenda for future updates?
굉장히 좋은 말씀.
What's on the schedule? What's that looking like?
하는
Cool.
이야기지만 어떤 필요하다면 해야 되는 게 맞다고 생각이 들고요. 그래서 그런
And
아이디어
this is an interesting introduction to the answer. He's already saying that they're still reflecting on what it's like to be a new player in the game, and they're trying to reduce the stress of getting those runes that are going to help you progress. It looks like, and he's asking for more feedback from the community because I mean that's where he got all this. That's where they got that was the impetus for this update, right? New PVE elements, new Kairos. Like this is everything. Artifacts, bringing up the rune drop rate for legendary runes, making 6-star runes easier to get. That's what this was all about.
내부적으로 생각을 하고 있기는 한데 그걸 지금 딱 말씀드리기는 조금
네.
조심스럽고 너무 거친 단계이다 보니까 다만 뭐 아티팩트로
Talking about a
인해서
timetable.
어쨌거나
Talking about what
기존의
maybe this year things are happening.
쓰임새에도 좀 변화가 있을 수 있는 거고.
And he's saying that the plan for this and next year is a discussion that is happening live. This is something that they're always going back and forth about, and they're talking about what's the future of Summoners War. And they're talking about how artifacts are going to be a huge change for monsters in general right now. And so they got to see where that goes before they talk about the next big leap for Summoners War. Because this, I want to reiterate, this is fundamentally changing a lot of things we know about monsters and how you can equip things to them.
This is by far the biggest change we've ever seen.
Yeah,
in the game.
In my time too, like since I've been
the
here.
whole thing, even like I think things were dozed down slowly. You know, when we had RTA, it was RTA. Then slowly things were happening. Right now, we're not only getting one gigantic new feature, which is artifacts. We're getting 3 new dungeons. We're getting changes for the dungeons that are pre-existing and the rune drop that were the thing that people ask the most.
Right.
And we got addressed
We got all
about autoplay. So they just gathered everything. They even talked about the crit animations.
Dude,
Like
this was
everything.
This was
Those are the three main things that the community has been asking for.
Yes, so this has been hugely satisfactory for me. I really like that discussion that they had, and the further talking further about the autoplay features. I really like where their heads at. If we were to get something in the game, I think that would be a huge benefit for not just me personally, but for everybody in the community. Thought that was pretty awesome. I really like that it's different, that you can still interact with the game in their heads, and just what we're getting in this massive update is huge. It's more than I was expecting. Like the GB12, DB12, NB12, like it's amazing. Looks like that's going to be wrapping it up for the Q&A. And right now what they're doing is they're talking about a surprise gift at the end.
Yeah, so there's more, apparently something else.
Another reward. That's what they're going to be talking about here shortly. Oh, and he's saying, you know, I like that sentiment. He says, as far as this stream goes and the developer discussion, once a year isn't good enough. Let's do this more frequently. I think that's a great sentiment to have. I love having communication with Kim Tae-young. I think he's got a lot of great insights.
And it's another one of the things that our community asks the most. We want to know at least why are they making these decisions.
Right.
And with this, you get communication, right?
Yeah.
You get something back. You see what the suggestions of the community, that they're heard and that they're thinking about them. They just don't want to make rushed decisions. And I understand that a lot of people want more changes and they want more things, and that's fine. But they have to really think about this, guys. This is a 6-year game. It's a game that has been working really hard to stay here and still here. We have an incredible amount of players, and it's not a game that does spark creeping, anything like that. So we have to understand and be a little bit patient with them. Look at this. This update shows how much they've been thinking about this.
Yeah, they clearly have everybody's best interest at heart. And then, so he's talking right now. He's giving his goodbyes for this stream, and he's thanking everybody again just for the 6 years of service and for everybody playing the game. Now they're saying they're working on finalizing artifact development, and they're looking forward to bringing this out to everybody.
Well, he's saying that we have a surprise gift, and they were so excited about everything that was brought up that they forgot that we're gonna give out a Devilmon. Apparently,
dude, how did you forget the Devilmon? Everything.
So, well, if I get one too, I'm pretty pumped about this.
Belinus has one more skill up left on him, so that's gonna go to him, I think.
That's where it's going. My Bulwark is finally getting finished.
That's hilarious. Yeah. They're just saying that the whole thing was so exciting that they
people got 10k mana.
Devilmon!
You're 10k mana.
Everybody gets a Devilmon!
No, the person that said 10k mana gets 10k mana.
Yes, so if you said mana, then you get mana. Nice. Good going.
Gotta be fair right here.
That's pretty funny. Wow, okay.
And he says, of course, now that you said it, I have to give the Devilmon.
All right.
Wow. So,
yeah,
it's
okay.
happening,
So
guys.
everybody's going to get a Devilmon. Now, there you go. SW Devilmon is the code.
Let's
Write it
go.
down. Look out for our mods in chat. With
Hey, they better be, stay there for like a couple hours because I need to do this right off.
Yeah, I need to do this.
You guys hold that code for me.
Nicely
SW
done.
Devil.
What a great way to close out the show with the Devilmon. I wish every stream
was surprised at the end.
I know, that's great. This has been dope. I've had a great time with you.
And as you guys can see, put that code in. Tell us right now in chat, who are you going to put that Devilmon on? What Nat 5 are you going to put it on? Don't put it on Nat 4 like some people here on this stream, okay? Don't put it on Hua. Don't put it on
Go watch the
Lucian.
CM Diaries.
Right?
I was young. I was a kid, dude. I had no idea what I was doing.
Wait, no Sabrina. Sabrina 4-star. Don't
do it on Sabrina.
Karaoke, Miho, nice. Second Awakenings are actually worth. Nina, Miho, Elucia, obviously. Sig for me, Gianna. Whoa, you have a Gianna? Jameer, Perna, nice.
Wow.
And thank you everyone all over the world. You guys can see all those influencers in the back. We're so excited to have had everyone here to be together with us. It was not only a normal stream, but kind of a hangout session.
Yeah, exactly. Right? The shift was something more, right?
Someone said Christina. Nice.
Nice, yeah, that's a good one. I like the Christina one's good. I'm down with that. Lydia Christina. That's my combo.
That's the slow cleave,
the
baby.
dream, slow cleave.
We might have to go back to that if the harmonia doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, actually. I'm debating the same thing, and it'd be fun. Oh, people are barking for Tark in the chat.
Roof, roof.
Bark for Tark. They're saying their closing statements right now.
And he's saying that the new update is like very related to farming. Let's see if maybe he'll reveal a little bit more. So he wanted to make this event relatable to farming too. Okay.
Whoa.
Another gift.
special gift? Whoa,
What?
whoa.
It's energy. If it's related to farming, it's energy.
Dude, energy. I'll take it. If it's free, I'll take it.
Another gift. Okay. I was happy with the Devilmon. What was that? Did you? Nah.
Was that real?
No.
No way. Are you serious?
Wait, are you guys hearing that or no? We have to tell you. Do you guys know what it is?
6-star
그
room?
선택이면은
Six?
이거는
6-star
데뷔만
room?
넘어서는 선물인데 이거
Or one
운이
6-star
굉장히 부족하신
room.
분이
What?
많거든요.
Okay, wait. Hold
As soon
it.
as you get it in the gift, as soon as you get it in the gift box, you can get what? Times 3?
What?
Nani?
Wow, happy birthday, Summoners
Okay,
1.
alright.
6.
Are you for reals with me right now, dude?
Wow.
최소 한두 개 이상은
Okay.
Wait, way better than Devilmon.
가능성이
Who cares about Devilmon, dude? No one cares about Devilmon.
I'll take it.
And now he's saying, from now on, they always will expect this type of gifts. You can't do that.
Amazing, dude.
You can't give them this.
Yo.
Do you think that this is a little bit too much?
Yo.
Let's see what he says about
6
that.
years. 6 years, 6 stars, baby.
What? This is way better. Dude, I would take 6 legendary runes over anything.
Dude,
over a nat 5.
I'm into it.
Over anything.
I'm
over
really-
6
I'm
Devilmon.
into it, dude. That's awesome.
He's saying this is very suspicious. What's up with this grand gesture? Why are you in such a giving and happy manner?
Oh, dude, he's trying to be generous. He wants to be a good
generous
boss.
boss.
He wants to be a
Nice.
good boss. Oh,
Wow.
cool. Awesome. Bless him, dude. That's amazing. That made me really happy. I didn't know he was gonna do that. Awesome.
So they're
He's
saying-
going to go check his profile
You can
to
check
see if
the
it
gift.
arrived.
Oh,
Wait,
guys,
wait,
sorry,
wait.
I gotta check it
Is
right
it
now
like?
too.
Are we talking like now?
Now?
Are we talking like now?
Let me check my game. Everyone check your
Everybody
phones.
open your game right now. Is
The
this for
shift
real?
gift. Here's the gift from the message.
Bro, it's there.
I got it.
Okay, wait.
Wait,
that's
you
awesome.
choose?
Yes, you choose.
You choose, dude. Can you guys?
You
Wait,
choose.
you choose.
Go to your inbox, dude. It's there.
It's there. You right here, guys. You just choose. You just pick.
Dude.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
cool.
if you don't put a heart in chat,
Everybody
you
put
don't have a
hearts in
heart.
chat.
You don't have a heart.
Hearts in chat.
You don't have a heart. Oh, I'm going violent all the way.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not even gonna go will. I'm going violent, baby.
Whoa, slot 2 speed.
Nice.
Dude, I just got speed.
Nice. Defense slot 4. I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was amazing.
Thank you for my bio runes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim Tae-young.
Thank you.
Hearts
Wow.
in chat.
You're a great boss. You're a great boss. Hearts in chat, please.
Amazing.
I'm not even that excited about this. B12. B12.
B12, guys.
I'll get more of these.
New bosses, artifacts. Your monsters are gonna
Dude.
change. Monthly dungeon.
Dude, you know that feeling when you're farming DB10? Tell me in chat if you do, say I.
Aye.
And you get a violent legend rune of the slot you want, and then you look, but it's 5 stars.
And this is dude.
They'll never happen
This
again.
is a forecast. This is
Hearts, so they can see the hearts,
the
guys.
first
Hearts.
of many. They're changing the 6-star legend drop rate. They heard you. They're making it happen.
2.5.
You're getting more. This is dope.
Hearts, so they can see that our chat loves them. Loves this. They want more of these. Let's go.
This is you guys are going to be farming. You're going to be getting guaranteed 6-star runes in the B12s. This is exactly what we wanted.
Now tell us what you chose. Did you choose violent? Did you go for will? Did you go for swift because you like the first turn? I'm a very scary player.
I did
I
Vile.
play slow. I pllayed slow and patiently. I got a really good slot.
Oh, look at that.
Showing there.
Monagua.
Is that Monagua?
Yeah, that's Monagua right there. He
Oh,
was showing-
baby. Let's go. He likes his rune.
Wow, that's awesome.
Let's go.
Tell us what you got in chat. Tell us what stats you got. I got slot 2 speed for
Yeah.
bio. I'm pretty happy about that.
Let's see. Vamp for Miho. Nice.
Sweet.
Monagua is saying thank you for the res. He got a res roll apparently.
It's in your inbox,
You're
guys.
welcome.
People asking what's the code. No code. Go
No
check
code.
your inbox.
No code.
Check your inbox. Everybody got it. Go scope it out right now. We just did.
Can't
Wow.
complain. I got one slot 1,
I got-
reappable,
I got-
and a slot 4 defense. The other one was a flat, and I sold it.
I got slot 2 speed bio, and I got a 1 and 3, so it's fine. Couldn't have
Hey,
been
if you
percentage
got a
anyway.
slot 6 res, don't complain, dude. Harmonia's with 100% res need those. My Amelia needs that.
Everybody's faced 100% something. Resist. It's great. Try it
Yeah,
out.
guys. First off, we just wanted to thank all of you for being with us, not only this late or this early, wherever
Depending
you're
on
from.
where you're at.
Tell us again where you're watching from, because this has been incredible. I hope you guys have had as much fun and are as excited for the future of this 6-year game that for sure is going to give us 6 more with these updates, right, Evan?
That's right. This has been the beginning of something huge. It's going to keep developing. The game is only getting better as we go along. We're going to get more runes. We got GB12, DB12, MB12, new dungeons, more
New bosses.
runes.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
guys so much. This has been Come to Us Evan.
And Come to Us Epi.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
upside down. We got blue skies served up with blueberries. So come on and turn that frown upside down. We got sunshine with a top of cherries. So come on and turn that frown upside down. We got blue skies.